All right, that's two motherfuckers streaming at the same time. Let's fucking go. Every time I do something. Let's fucking go. What up, chat? What up, chat? Let me hear something. Woo! Every time All right, perfect. Let's fucking go. We are streaming. Let's go. On all platforms. 2 platforms. Let's go. PlayStation State of Play. I'm happy. The boys here. I'm lit. Let's fucking go. Shouts Twitch. Shouts YouTube. Let's get it. Let's groove like the bad man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is the bad man today. All right. Let's make sure. Let's make sure.
Damn!
Alright, we lit. Trying to make sure we're good here. Alright. Dun. I'm playing. Let's go. All right. I got the stream up. Let's get it. Have a little bit of fun. Let's go. Let's motherfucking go. It's about 94 minutes. At this point, I'm waiting. It is already, this says the stream starts around 5 p.m. Damn, it is already like 3:26. So it's gonna take a minute. I know it's February, but look, you know, I don't know what PlayStation's gonna announce. I feel like they won't announce. PlayStation is not the types to be. I know, like in February, there's some shit that be popping in February, but I don't know, bro. I gotta find out when the last state of play was for 2020. No, not 2020, 2024. They did a state of play and something went down. I feel like they were on top of it. I feel like when it comes to PlayStation right now, everybody, you can see the chat. People are asking for GTA 6, Metal Gear Solid 8. I don't even know if they're going to do a Metal Gear Solid 8. Horizon sequel. I didn't really care for the second Horizon Zero game. I don't even know why. Sometimes they just continue games to continue games. But right now, like, look, you know. So while we wait, Bo DeMayo. So Bo DeMayo came out with a video basically talking about his experiences, I guess, at Marvel Disney statement. His statement, I guess, to the whole shebanga bang, because I can't wait for this. I can't wait to find out what Bo DeMayonnaise was doing behind the scenes. He was like, I did not punch that man in the jaw. I gotta give it to Bo DeMayo though. Like, man's he's been doing a lot, and I want to hear what he got to say. So let's tune into this before anything happens, because I know PlayStation. I'm waiting on the PlayStation shit, and I personally am just like, all right, PlayStation, whatever's happening is happening. So I gotta wait. So we're gonna watch this video and wait, because actually we could watch like other game stuff and wait, because I know I put PlayStation, but I'm just like 92 minutes. I'm not a fan of just waiting at this fucking screen. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, it's about to be 5 o'clock New York time. Like, you know what I mean? Like 5 o'clock is crazy, but that's EST. Okay. All right. Still waiting. The wait process. But before all that, let's watch me a little, you know, information. Because if anybody don't know who Bo DeMayo is, bro is basically the guy who worked on X-Men 97. And after X-Men 97, a whole bunch of crazy shit was coming out with him, castmates. He was sending sexy photos to people. He was doing a lot of crazy shit, is what they were saying. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's not. That ain't my business. But what is my business is to find out what happened. So if you're not anybody else, let's get it.
Hey everyone. First, I want to welcome you to my new OnlyFans page.
Whoa!
It could be a little bit unorthodox what I'm doing here, admittedly. but I needed a safe space to be.
Damn! Damn!
This is a sickness of the highest order.
Nah, this nigga said, welcome to my OnlyFans page on YouTube. Whoa! Whoa, wait a minute. Don't tell me he posted this shit on his OnlyFans page. Yo, that's wicked. Yo, that's wicked. Yo, this man is wicked. Nah, I'm sorry. That shit caught me. Hold on. Let's see what's going on.
Be able to post this video as well as future content without fear of harassment or censorship. And before I get to what I plan to do with this page, I first want to address the massive elephant in the room.
Massive elephant.
The allegations being made against me are very serious, and I take them seriously. It's why I took some time to myself these last few weeks. One, to sit with my legal team and figure out how best to respond.
Okay.
But more importantly, to sit with those I love, those closest to me,
Damn!
and assure them of what I will assure you now and what they already knew.
Okay.
These allegations of egregious misconduct are false. The rumors being spread around me online are lies, and they are offensive.
Okay. All right. This is my problem. When it came to Bo DeMayo and all this shit, if they are lies and they are slander, what you say, how do we, the audience or people, know that, right? This goes back to something else that happened in the anime community, right? When you don't know the truth and it's coming from both sides, right? Now it's coming from people from Disney or Marvel or people at certain positions of power. That was basically him. People also believe with all the statements that Bo's position of power, he was manipulating, disrespecting, and sexualizing people at lower positions than him. Which, if it's not true, copy. Say less. But ew, just ew if it is. Now, if those are lies, why niggas gotta be out here spreading lies about nigga?
But more concerning is that they're a smear campaign designed to discredit my credibility in order to cover up egregious, prejudicial misconduct, stretching from select crew members on X-Men 97 all the way to the top of Marvel Studios. And they're not just trying to discredit me using incredibly misleading press releases, but also through coordinated leaks and bot attacks, as well as anonymous scoops being given to tabloid sites and podcasters. You've maybe heard some of these. I've heard rumbling and whispers about Bo. Now, back when I was in high school, we called this gossip.
Yeah. Okay.
Unlike then, today, luckily, I have a legal team who has forensic investigators tracking these attack scoops and leaks so that we can hold those responsible for defamation, harassment, and for inciting outright criminal threats of violence.
That's a lot on a legal team because I can't wait for PlayStation to appear, but I wanted to hit this just in case. If something, because I like to really talk about stuff in just a quick stream, right? I got a lot of shit to talk about, a lot of things to go through, and I want to make sure with this stream I can tackle the PlayStation stuff and then come back and hit things I love to talk about. So I love talking about not the drama of things, the problems and situations when it comes to people at the top, right? When you get to a certain level of like fame, a certain level of notoriety, a certain level of anything, will there be gossip? Will there be people at the top talking about you, people next to you talking shit? Will there be anybody there going ham on you 100%? Because at the end, when the clock strikes 12, people don't like everybody else in the world. And 9 times out of 10, people are like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Yeah. Think about it. Think about it in the grand scheme of it. Some people don't like people. I do believe gossip 100% exists when it comes to being in the media, being at top yet. When this man says, I spent money to find out who's like spreading rumors, I believe that. And I believe that's also digging into his pockets because that's crazy.
Now, my lawyer told Deadline that this is Disney and Marvel's standard playbook. They have done this to other artists like me. With me, it's look at his Instagram. Doesn't he look thirsty?
Ooh.
Isn't he a narcissistic egomaniac?
Ooh.
Isn't it too vulgar?
Ooh.
Too sexual?
Ooh.
This isn't someone celebrating their hard work.
I'm like, I get it from their point of view. One, you don't want to be at a level of this company, as they're not a not safe for work company. Yeah, Disney and Marvel will bend the knee to combat characters that go raunchy, but they're never gonna go into the comics of like sexual assault or Hank Pym slapping his wife. You know what I'm saying? Just cause, or the Ant-Man, the younger version of Ant-Man going through a mental crisis. You know what I'm saying? They're never going to explore those levels. Why? Because they don't want to. I don't want to deal with a person selling their body online unless it's private. I can't see it. I can't find it. But somebody's going to pay for it and leak it. That's just how life works. You know what I'm saying? Him as a gay black man in the industry, you also got to look at your position. You can't say certain things to certain people. You can't move a certain way. You have to be clicked up. You have to, because it's play the game. It's play the game and be destroyed. Right? No clicking up, nigga. No 40 water. Like, that's how it is. That's how it is. When it comes to any industry, you play a game, you get in, you talk, you mingle, you're nice to people, you're respectful, and you get on out and get by your day. They don't want to see that you are out here on your social media doing extra shit that does not involve their money and doesn't like fuck with their bottom line. Now, I'm not saying Bo DeMayo's doing that, but if he is, that's fucking their bottom line. Hey, we don't personally care about this, and this makes us look bad because you work for Disney. You work for us. Family friendly. Well, Disney wasn't always family friendly, but they were, you know what I'm saying? It's just they tried to move in that family route for so long, and they've been in that route forever. But they're not going to want to move out that route. Some of their stories, some of the Disney shows that they come out, cartoons, have had very mature aspects. Being mature doesn't mean you could be hardcore adult, right? Not saying fuck every 20 minutes. I don't say fuck every day in my life. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. They don't want to deal with somebody maybe a little more provocative on the internet. But it's also how they move about their separation from him. Let's continue.
Or their journey in overcoming years of internalized racism and homophobia to finally become comfortable in their own skin. No, this is something shameful.
That's a shot.
This is smoke for a larger fire of predatory behavior.
This
Growing up gay and black in the South,
damn,
I had to learn to accept that I am not everybody's cup of tea.
Okay.
And that I would, by virtue of just being me, rub some people the wrong way. And let's be honest.
Let's go.
This is true
reaction.
of almost everyone. Personality conflicts happen, especially in creative environments like Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
I've worked on a lot of series under some showrunners who have imparted some lessons to me that I tried to apply on X-Men 97. Mm-hmm. And now having run a show, I look back with a newfound appreciation for the struggles those showrunners faced. Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest takeaway I've had is that nobody is perfect.
Okay.
We all make mistakes.
All right. I'm down with that.
Most of us are just trying to do our best.
I'm down with that.
And usually, grace and empathy are the best response to conflict and adversity.
All right. I'm down with that.
Do you think about it? That's what
I respect that. That is true. Let's not get all jaded here for a second. I believe that's true. From his point of view, from how he moves, and even being gay in the South, right? A lot of times it's crazy down there, down South, wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? Especially being in New York City. Yeah, New York City, there's a lot of gay people around, a lot of lesbians, trans, whatever the fuck. But there's people that just don't like it, don't care for it, and they're. Do you know how many heavily religious people I've ran into in my life? Tons. Do you know how many people I've combated? Tons. And I'm religious myself, but I don't believe in shoving religion down your throat. I don't believe in shoving shit down people's throats. Pause. But when it comes to him saying his truth, it's respected. From how much? You know what I mean? From how much? Let's continue.
X-Men 97 Season 1 was all about. But what's happening with Marvel, what's been going on here, is unlike anything I've ever experienced in this industry. And it takes me back to those days of bigotry and antiquated personalities in the South. Now, the way things have also escalated behind the scenes in ways that I haven't been able to talk about, as well and on top of the emotional trauma that was inflicted upon me while working on this series, has taken me to some pretty dark places.
Well, emotional trauma? Like your own experiences? That okay. But I don't know, personally, I don't know if that's going to equate to anything going on.
Places I'm not proud of. Places that would have gotten a whole lot worse. Had friends and coworkers and family not rallied around me these last few months to remind me of who I am. Because honestly, I'm just defeated. And I'm tired.
There's a couple of clips. He's clipped some parts of the video. He is reading something. That's what I've been able to tell from what his eyes are kind of moving and looking at. It's kind of hard to, I guess, if he's coming off a statement, but I think this is a statement that he's finally been able to put out. I'm thinking he's reading something, but let's continue.
And I'm a nobody who made one great show. And now I'm a nobody being viciously punished for it. And to spend decades fighting for a seat at a table where people like me usually don't get to sit. I think I can count the number of black gay showrunners, or just black showrunners in Hollywood, on one or two hands.
Okay.
To just sacrifice everything and to do so much hard work to get there, and then have it all stolen. And your character assassinated because of lies is just, I don't know.
That's the name of the business. I'm not going to be that nigga. I'm going to be that nigga right now. That's the name of the business. People will take you down a peg just because they can and they know they can, right? When he was at a position of power, whatever that power was, a showrunner, show producer on whatever episodes, someone said this, Bo DeMayo was not the sole force of X-Men 97. He worked on X-Men 97 with other people that produced and are other showrunners. It was not just him by himself with his own contained storyline as in his own trauma, right? His own history. That's a fact. It's not just him by himself. It's not just him by himself. And I can respect that. But what I can't respect and probably what I can't get past is there's somebody else at the top that's got more problems and got more shit on top of them than Bo. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Somebody else got skeletons and he was a man that took a little plunge. He might have said the wrong thing, did the wrong thing, and somebody said, him the fuck out of here. That's how the cookie crumbles. That's bad, but imagine that's the business that you're in. They're gonna do that to you because they just don't fuck with you.
As easy as it would be to hide away and run, I don't think I have a choice. We talk a lot about doing better, being the change we want to see. But that doesn't happen if we remain silent.
Okay.
No matter how tired or defeated or how scared we may be.
True.
No matter if our reputation is being dragged through the mud.
True.
In the public eye.
True.
Ironically, this is the central creed of X-Men, right?
True.
And all those at Marvel and those crew members who colluded with them on X-Men 97 can sleep at night knowing what I know, knowing what they've done. I can't, and I haven't. Because the price of me being silent is other artists walking into that studio thinking that they are safe and protected, and later finding out that they're working for individuals who would profit off of shows and movies like Black Panther and X-Men, all the while themselves being the very villains those heroes face and fight every day just to have the right to be their authentic selves.
Basically, persecution, people discriminating, jackasses trying to just get a leg up, people pushing other people out. Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. What he's basically saying is there's some effed up people in this industry, and it's not just the people sitting in my section. It's the people that are just out here doing the most. So he's saying there's other people in the sections doing whatever they can, saying whatever they can, just to get a leg up and push other people out and be assholes. There's literal dick bags in this community, and it's hard for me to even explain to y'all the assholes that are here. Technically, because we don't know.
When I took the job on X-Men, I was told that they valued my perspective and experiences as a queer black man.
Okay.
And I made it very clear to them that I was not going to be the black stamp of approval on the project.
Okay.
So it was agreed that due to the themes of the X-Men, as well as my experience and the just general excitement around my pitch, that I would supervise all areas and stages of production. Now, with this, I assumed the studio would protect me from those who maybe harbor biases against having someone who looks, speaks, dresses, and thinks like me as their creative leader and boss. Now, why was this important to me? Guys, just turn on the news. It's common for minorities in leadership roles to not be taken seriously, to have their credentials and their resumes continually questioned by those above and below them, and just generally be written off as a diversity hire who didn't earn the job.
Okay. Now that comes to everybody's mind too. Was Bo DeMayo just a diversity hire? Was Bo DeMayo just a guy that was meant to just be hired and moved off? Was he just that guy that was just on the sidelines, a nobody, a putz? You know what I'm saying? Was he just some guy? You know what I mean? I don't believe that's true to any further of the goal. I do believe, and maybe he was recommended like on his merit, and at some point they were just not loving his ideas. Maybe he was trying to be very more comic book, like comic book this and what happened this, and they wasn't fucking with it. Maybe his information, his knowledge wasn't the best. Maybe they didn't like that, but also it goes without showing that there might be other people that are discriminated against, other people that are getting hit, other people that are going down a pipeline of bullshit, and it's not just him, right? He's part of the phenomenon of assholes who are just looking at a guy like him and being like, man, fuck this nigga. He think he better. He think he's blah, blah, blah. Or he might say the wrong thing. He might be too witty with something and they just might not like him for that. And there's a whole lot. It's how you say, how you move, how you do. They just don't be fucking with you.
I thought Marvel would have my back against this stuff. Instead, the studio looked the other way as my identity was weaponized by Marvel execs and select crew members to undermine me. Create a humiliating environment where people felt emboldened to use the same dog-whistling stereotypes favored by bigots for decades. He's big, he's intimidating, too opinionated, angry, emotional, flamboyant, dramatic. I'm
like, everything, he's too big, too opinionated, too emotional, too flamboyant. I'm like, I'm myself. But that's the problem. Just like any workplace, you can't be yourself. You can't be yourself. I 100% believe that. You can't be yourself. You can't. You can't. No matter what they say. Oh, we welcome you. We want you to be here with us. We want to... Nah, bro, you can't be yourself, bro. That's a lie. They don't want you to be yourself, bro. They don't want you to be yourself. They don't. They don't want you to be you. They don't. They don't want that. They don't want you yapping. They want you to be a corporate drone.
A pervert.
Oh. That one.
When I called these things out, they pivoted to attacking my talent, accusing me of being too much of a fanboy. They openly resented me fighting for the fans, fighting for the comics. They accused me of playing karaoke with those comics. And repeatedly, I was told by these individuals that we should be doing our own version of X-Men, writing new stories, and not adapting those written by old white men, by which I could only assume they were referencing individuals like Stan Lee and Chris Claremont.
I believe that. I believe that shit. I believe that because it's a fact. They've been out here trying. I believe that. I believe that. That's a fact. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. Why? Because that sounds like something that would be said around the Marvel fucking camp because they don't like the creations of old comics. Yes, they were for a certain time. But it's also how you, if you're making X-Men 97, you're making old school X-Men, the 90s cartoon, how are you going to move that up to the modern fucking day? How? How are you moving it up to the modern day of animation and cartoons? You can't. You keep it at a certain period of time to move up with the times. Slowly integrate the shit. But I believe that because they don't like those old comics. They don't like the feel of it. They don't like the writing of it. They don't like the perspective of it. They don't like the art of it. They don't love it. Because Eternals, which could have been fucking animated or something, based on the comic books, would have did better than what we got. I believe that. If they stuck to comic books, Eternals would have been way better. It would have been. Miss Marvel. Get rid of the Miss Marvel we got now and give us a better Miss Marvel. Give us Captain Marvel, right? You want to give us Captain Marvel? Give us Miss Marvel. Give us Marvel. Give us the nigga having cancer. Give us the shit that struck the comics with a superhero dying of something. He never came back. They never brought that nigga back. Come on, bro. But I believe him when he says, yo, they didn't love these comics. They didn't love these things. They were just like, oh, let's get away from these old white dudes. I believe that. I believe, but then they want to attack him for being gay, flamboyant, all this other shit. These niggas is hypocrites. You can tell.
Now, my response to this was to try to...
Oh, okay. Let me check to see if PlayStation... Come on, PlayStation. Let's go. Let me see. Let me refresh. Okay. See. 68 minutes. All right. We're good. We good on time.
calmly outline that fans didn't want to see our version of the X-Men.
They don't.
They, like me...
I didn't want to see their version of the X-Men. Nigga, I wanted to see the version of the X-Men on the comics. I did not want to see your version. I want to see the version that's here. I want to see this animated. I want to see the pages off the book. I want to see Wolverine versus the Hulk. Take that whole comic and make it good. You know who did it better? Wolverine and the X-Men. Wolverine and the X-Men did the actual first appearance of Wolverine justice. Come the fuck on, man. It's just no one gets that, bro. They don't. They never get it. They never get what fans want. And I hate that he's a fan that's trying to tell them, I think fans will want this. Oh, you're a purist. You're this, you're this. I'm like, well, nigga, what the fuck are we making? If I can't be the comic book fan here, who are we making this for? Are we just trying to cash a check? Are you stupid or dumb? Come on, bro.
Want to see the characters that they have loved for decades faithfully adapted on screen. Now, in return, these individuals would then attempt to sabotage me on my job, painting me as abusive when I declined to make wholesale changes to characters, when I declined to have Jubilee fire plasmoids for her mouth, or make gang signs, or paint the sky with plasmoids.
Make gang signs? What?
It's in the shape of middle fingers.
What?
What was worse, and what really just hurt, is as I fought for when I felt that fans and audiences want, I was then being painted as being uncollaborative, too difficult, too much of a fanboy, and one executive's favorite phrase to fire at me: Bo, you need to learn to turn your comic book collector brain off.
But that's bullshit. That's what niggas wanted. X-Men 97 only did good because they took parts of the comics. They added some real world stuff, but they also kept it comic book accuracy to a fan. And they added to the X-Men fucking world. They added to the world of X-Men. They added to that animated universe that I grew up with. I didn't finish X-Men 97. I didn't start X-Men 97. I've seen a lot of clips. I feel like I watched it like that. But when you sit and you watch and you pay attention and you understand that it's not just these characters, it's the fans connected. I grew up on that cartoon. I grew up on Iron Man, Spider-Man, the animated series. I grew up watching Beetleborgs, Power Rangers, fucking, come on, bro, cartoons. And these are comic book adaptations. I didn't know X-Men or Marvel was a comic until I heard Stan Lee say, I hope you enjoy this and you read the comics. You gotta understand, turn the comic book brain off, nigga, why? Or collector, why? We're making this for collectors and fans. What are we talking about?
They chose to treat me as a child that needed to be scolded. Even as I was drawing upon 40 plus years of dealing with ignorance just like theirs, having survived traumas that they cannot even begin to imagine, never mind understand or appreciate. Maybe, and yes, needless to say, look around me, I take X-Men very seriously. Specifically, I take this specific show's legacy very seriously. It saved my life as a kid, and I know it did others.
Okay. I'm not gonna doubt that. X-Men in general is about prejudice, it's about discrimination, but it's also about humans being pushed out of the gene pool, of realizing that mutants are superior and they are no longer homo superior. They are no longer on top of the food chain. They're no longer the big ones, right? Mutants taking over are freaks, they're creatures, their powers are unstable. It's bad, but it's also the truth that because they're dying out in humanity. Humanity sees that the mutants are not a part of them. But when it comes to the discrimination, Charles Xavier and even Magneto, right? Charles Xavier is the collaborator. We should work with humanity and not against them. We should work and live together, not separate, right? Magneto's like, nah, we gotta separate ourselves and be on the defensive, and they come after us, we take them out. They try to kill us, we do the same to them. Because Magneto's been on top of that, it's the duality between Charles and Magneto, right? Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, right? I take charge with my weapons, I have to take charge with my words. That is the duality of the dichotomy of each person. They see it in one way. I don't think Martin Luther King and Malcolm X were ever friends, but I do love that. But the prejudice for X-Men has always stood on top, which I understand that.
When individuals refer to it as just a cartoon, that bumped me. Now, luckily, as I said before, I grew up learning how to spot these types of tactics, these antiquated personality, this type of scapegoating and stereotypes. And so knowing that, and then with the help of the amazingly talented crew on X-Men 97, was still able to get X-Men 97 across the finish line, even if doing so cost me my job and now my reputation. So this gets to the bigger, larger question, the bigger picture. What would cause Disney and Marvel to attack me this bad, to come at me this hard? I'm going to try to break it down as simply as I can, while operating within the parameters of some NDAs that my lawyer and I are still working out. I think the simplest way to put it is that the things I witnessed while working at Marvel were beyond wrong and unethical. It is wrong for a crew producer who repeatedly white-splains to his boss to respond to his boss's concern.
He said white splain? I never heard of that.
January 9th of this year.
I never heard of that.
This has jack shit to do with me being white. It is wrong for that same producer to repeatedly joke to the crew about how he showed my thirst traps on Instagram to his underage son.
That's a little
and
weird.
His kid is wondering, do they need to buy me shirts for Christmas? It is wrong for this same producer when I notify them that one of our leads is having a potentially exploitative sexual relationship with a PA, for this producer to bury my report and actually go to the individual in question and let them know that I had ratted on them so that they can then work together to discredit.
I'm like, I get it. That is, for someone else, that's like, yo, you snitched on me, dog. Like, what the fuck? But in reality, nigga, that's not my fucking lane to sleep in, nigga. That's yours. Like, why you out here trying to fuck a PA? We got work to do, motherfucker. Everybody else is like, nah, it's not true. Blah, blah, blah. Like, that's wild. But come on, bro. And you know somebody was like, they trying to knock some boots before shit gets crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do. Exactly. But he's like, nah, I was just doing my job. Like, yo, you wildin'. You can't be fucking the PA. You can't be doing crazy shit. Why you showing my kid your photos? Nigga, that's weird. Like, a lot of shit he's saying is weird, but I believe that. It's weird, but, nigga, if everything he's saying ain't just, this is made up, I believe that shit is probably 100% right.
Credit me. It is wrong for Marvel execs to roll their eyes when I raise concerns about being bullied and targeted on account of my identity. To tell me,
because they're gonna be like, nah, no one's targeting you, no one's doing that. And they're probably not, to per se, but they're probably being dickheads. They probably don't like him. They probably don't like his Henry Cavill on The Witcher. Henry, we're not doing that. But I'm the main actor. I'm the nigga that's got the knowledge. I'm telling you what the fuck is going on. Did you read the books? Do you know the lore? Do you know what's going on? No, the fuck you don't. You have no idea what you're talking about. But since you came here with the nerd, they don't like that. They don't like the nerds because they think we'll buy anything. We'll sell into anything. I'm watching Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and I disagree with some of the choices and things they've made, but I'm watching it just to see the outcome, right? One of the showrunners was on some podcast with some chick, and she said Lonnie Lincoln wants to be the hero. But I left a comment said I don't believe he wants to be the hero. I think he's just being responsible as a brother, as the kid that's trying to get his family out the hood and get that scholarship so his mom don't gotta pay for his school. A kid that's struggling, but he's also trying to do his best before he maybe transitions to Tombstone. You know what I'm saying? But doing your best, don't put bread on the table. Put food in, you know what I'm saying? Put food in your mouth. It doesn't do that. And that's what I believe she missed about Lonnie Lincoln. And the showrunner said, you know, that's a good point of view. I like that point of view. That's a good one. I like that. He never said she was right. Then when I comment, he says, oh no, she's right. You would have said she was right when you were talking to her, stupid. That's my problem with Marvel execs and niggas that move funny. Shit like that.
me to deal with it because these individuals are amazingly talented. It is wrong for an artist on the show to repeatedly denounce all men as jerks and to accuse me of failing the cause because I'm keeping a jerk like Cyclops as leader of the team.
But he's a good character. I don't like Cyclops. Cyclops is a jerk. But at the end of it, I do agree with one thing. Bo DeMayo ain't wrong on his pushing for characters like Cyclops. Because Cyclops may have a way of doing things, but he's also been trained to try to be team leader. What is it? Professor X took Cyclops to train him, to push him to be the leader that Professor X wanted him to be, but also instill the ideas, right? Also, Cyclops was a kid when he started and then grew up as a man with this team, the dedication to humanity, but then to see the flaws of people that suck. And Cyclops ain't a jerk. Cyclops is a good character. I know, I don't like Cyclops either, but he is a good character. His choices and decisions may not be the best, but he's also been a wounded character in Wolverine and the X-Men. He's been a straight edge, do what I gotta do type of dude, and sometimes broken the rules in X-Men Evolution. When you look at those versions of Cyclops, it's the same character, front to back, no matter what they say. That character's the best. And I hope eventually they take his character and they put him in the foreground, right? He's the soldier. Eventually, he is the soldier of the X-Men. He is the man that's got to do what's got to be done. Which is his true character.
It's wrong to question my intelligence because my muscles don't make me look like a writer.
Oh, you're like a himbo. That's fucked up.
Or
That's fucked
to
up.
talk about how I am
Damn.
with 2 C's.
Ugh.
It is wrong for Marvel leadership to pat themselves on the back while giving
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been a background actor, and behind closed doors, you don't know what goes on. You don't know what people say, and you never will. Let's just be real. Even though when he's coming out saying this, I believe him because he's in the writer's room. I'm the nigga behind the field talking to people, seeing what's going on, hearing from like production, this, and this. You got to be very on top of what you're doing.
me notes on a Blade script. A table of white men laughing as they tell me, hey, look at us. We hired a young Wesley Snipes to write the new Blade movie.
That's crazy.
And one of the reasons I wanted to do this video is so that you can see that Wesley Snipes and I look nothing alike.
True.
And it is wrong when I suggested this past February that we reach out to RuPaul's Drag Race to find a way to promote X-Men with a beloved queer franchise on that show, to be told by Marvel that they wouldn't want to alienate certain audiences.
Yeah, I do understand when it comes to like RuPaul's Drag Race. I do agree that's not like the best. But at the end of the day, the drag community has been discriminated against. Drag has become more than the fashion statement. And if it wasn't, a lot of y'all niggas don't know this. I'm gonna school y'all real quick. If it wasn't for drag, there wouldn't be cosplay. That's a fact. If it wasn't for the drag community, there wouldn't be people out here putting on cosplay. That's a fact. Like, I don't know that, but it's a fact.
It is wrong for their publicity department to list homosexuality as a hot button issue to avoid alongside school shootings, the Gaza conflict, and abortion. It is wrong for Marvel execs to foster inappropriate professional relationships with the artist I mentioned prior, so as to push others out of the creative process who are not like them based on their identities.
Ooh.
It is wrong for these two same individuals to write off an interracial relationship between Bishop and another white character as creepy.
Huh? Bishop and another white character. That's creepy. That's weird. Okay.
And something that belongs on Skinamax. Of course, these two individuals did not have any issues with far racier moments in season 1 involving white characters. And what I want to point out here is these anonymous scoops that keep on using the word creepy.
A lot of edits.
I heard that term from these individuals multiple times. It is wrong for this lead artist to relay to me at a company barbecue in 2021 that her husband felt that I must get a lot of dick based upon how I look.
Hey, yo! Hey, yo!
This is a sickness of the highest order.
That is crazy.
Damn.
That is a crazy sentence.
It is wrong to paint me as a nightmare for advocating for more representation for characters like Storm and Bishop and more.
Okay, that's not bad, yeah.
And if you want to know why they're coming
Which I do gotta say this. I've seen the Storm clips. He did a good job with Storm. And she was able to get her representation thanks to like the comic book. He did take what was in the comic and he platformed that bitch. Like, let's not play. Like, he did well. If he was working with that to push Storm, he did well.
at me so hard, why they're risking basically just lying to you, is because this is not even the half of it. Ultimately, the last straw for me was when I got to Atlanta to work on Blade, and I saw others being treated like me, being told that someone needed to crack the whip around here.
It's a term.
Crack the whip.
It's a bad term. Someone needs to crack the whip basically means someone needs to go hard and try to. It's a bad term. I do get what he's saying, but it's probably how it was used. I'm not gonna lie.
In Atlanta, Georgia,
Yeah,
at
it's
Tyler
bad.
Perry Studios,
Yeah, that is bad.
which were formerly barracks during the Civil War.
That is even worse.
Now, after witnessing this and far worse incidences that I am not yet prepared to talk about on Blade, I relayed my concerns to Marvel on September 6th, 2022, hoping to work with them to do better, urging them to reflect on the biases that we all have. In return, I was removed from the project in the middle of moving to Atlanta for production, and then had my role on season 2 of X-Men 97 aggressively marginalized, despite the integrity of my work in season 1. And this is going to be very important, because the quality of my work on X-Men 97 has been spoken about by Marvel several times, like Brad Winterbaum's March 15th interview with Entertainment Weekly following my exit of the show. It happened again on May 17th, also in EW, when Winterbaum insisted that they were following my blueprint and my vision for season 2.
Lies.
Now,
Lies.
this raises a question. If all these rumors and this pattern of egregious misconduct were true, why would you have the head of Marvel TV making such statements to the press when fans reacted badly to me being dismissed, when they began demanding me back? Why not say all of this then?
They don't want to.
But when I spoke out about the Emmys and them stripping me of my season 2 credits based upon a gay pride post, then all these narratives appear. And actually, if I really think about it, the season 2 credit issue and them stripping is a perfect example of the type of manipulative dishonesty they're going for here. Disney has alleged that I breached my exit agreement several times. Breaches, much like egregious, sound so bad, so serious. I must have done something terrible after my exit to make them strip me of my credits. But here's what really happened. The exit agreement, which they forced me to sign, coerced me to sign under threat of removing all of my credits, lacked certain civil rights protections that California law requires, thus rendering it invalid.
Okay.
My
That's not
legal
bad.
team notified them
So
of
they
this,
violated the
but
law.
still, Marvel persists.
So basically, they were violating the law, and he said, "Hey, these violate some of California's rules." And his legal team were like, "Hey, these violate California rules. What the fuck are you doing?" And he was like, "Nah." They were like, "Nah, suck my dick." And he was like, "What?"
Persisted for months to harass and stalk my social media, looking for any ammo possible to attack me. Now, what were these breaches, though, they're actually referencing? It was me talking to you, the fans. It was me speaking about Pulse after episode 5 on Twitter and how much of an influence it was on the vision of the series. It was me at a bar speaking at a screening event, talking about how I had outlined 5 seasons of the show. It was me thanking fans on Twitter and Instagram for their support, highlighting cast and crew, speaking positively about Marvel, posting fan art. These were the offensive breaches.
Basically, Marvel didn't like how he was promoting on his end, and they were like, "Nah, cut that shit." Okay. But at the same time, they should have told him, "Hey, don't do any unnecessary promoting on your end." If that was the agreement. If not, he's fine to do what he pleases. Oh, let's check Sony real quick to make sure we still got some time. All right, we're counting down to the Sony. Let's finish up. Bo, let's finish, Bo. Let's finish.
And somehow they justify this campaign to erase me from the show I created, with Marvel going so far as to actively blacklist me from third-party non-Disney Comic-Con panels this past summer, all the way to denying me invites and blocking me from attending award shows like the Emmys, which we've talked about. And as I go through all this, I really have to wonder.
His name is still showrunner Bo DeMayo, and Matthew showrunner Bo DeMayo was head writer, exclusive producer for X-Men 97 until Yeah, he was fired by Marvel. Matthew Chunawaks, whatever the fuck, was tapped by Marvel to write season 3 of X-Men 97. Okay, yeah. So Bo DeMeo was, it says, showrunner. He was the showrunner. That's what's on the internet right now. So they did steal this nigga's credits. They took him and they tapped somebody else in. But
How X-Men Season 1 managed to turn out as well as it did. And then I think about the crew. The overwhelming majority of the crew of X-Men 97 are some of the most talented, kind-hearted people I have ever met. They're insanely talented.
here it is. It still says producers. So he does still have a producer credit when you Google X-Men 97. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 producers on X-Men 97. Or 5. It's either 6 or 5, but okay, that's crazy.
Talented. And I still feel so honored that they trusted me and my vision and worked so hard to make it a reality, despite Marvel and others on the crew who would have had us deliver something wholly subpar for the sake of their egos.
Yeah, he's going hard.
I have received a lot of messages from them.
He's going hard here.
A lot of messages of support and love. And they have gotten me through some really dark times. The dark times I was talking about earlier. But I was also infuriated to learn that Marvel publicity internally has been actively working to prevent them from speaking about their positive work experiences with me. Going so far as to interrupt interviews they are giving to sites like IGN and forcing them to re-record answers that erase me or mitigate my contributions.
Okay.
They've been told not to give Bo too much credit or to not go overboard with how influential Bo was on the series.
I believe that. Because they wanted to write him off. They wanted to stamp their foot in the ground and get him out of there because they don't feel like he deserves any of the credit, which is personally kind of fucked up, but that's Marvel. They're being dickheads about it, but they're being selective as well.
And when Marvel tells you to do something, comes with the implied threat of what will happen if you don't. And if the crew had any doubts, they just needed to look at what happened and what is happening with me right now. But actually, what concerns me the most out of these messages I have received is the fact that the X-Men 97 crew are still being abused, just like I was.
They're gonna be, because they work for a company that is trying to create a product. They're working for a company that is going to push out a product. They're working for a company that doesn't care about that cares more about what you put in and not your labor. That's what they're doing, because that's the truth.
Abused with impossible pipeline demand that endanger their health and safety, and studio politics that create a toxic environment that turns individuals against one another, stokes paranoia to ensure compliance. These people are tired, they're scared, some of them are broken, and they've been reaching out to me for help. And we've seen VFX artists try to raise awareness about the near criminal working conditions at Marvel. Nothing has changed.
Of course not.
I had editors falling asleep at the wheel. I had individuals rapidly losing weight, having mental breakdowns. And when I reached out to Marvel about these safety issues, when I emailed them, the response I got was the same response I got when I reported prejudicial conduct. More retaliation. Now, in the end, the offenses Marvel and others have leaked are designed to distract you from what really offended them. That someone like me dared to speak truth to people like them. They wanted me to be the black stamp of approval on this project. I declined. They wanted to erase aspects of my personality that clashed or proved inconvenient with the misguided narratives they wanted to establish.
Because you didn't conform. Let's be real here. Bo DeMeo did not conform to Marvel's to Marvel, that he didn't conform to their needs and their standards. He didn't play the game. That's why they got rid of him, because he didn't conform. At the end of the day, it's like school. It's like work. If you don't dress a certain way, look a certain way, conform to the norm, they don't want you. And that's the truth.
I declined. They tried to intimidate me with both explicit and implied threats. I was not intimidated. Everything they have done since then has been designed not just to silence me and smear me, but to crush me and to remind me to know my role. So what next then? Honestly, it is so tempting to just drop all the names and receipts that I have online.
I'm like, nigga, let's get messy. Let's get messy, bitch. Let's get messy. I'm like, it would be easy, because in reality, that's not my problem. Come on, bro. Let's just get messy. Come on. But then I would open him for a lawsuit. But personally,
Came down with a searing case of who gives a crap.
I don't give a damn, nigga. Launch that shit, nigga.
Damn.
Kill that shit. Shoot them niggas. Pop them niggas. Stitch on them niggas. Air them niggas out. Stop playing. Just air them out, bro. Just air them out. Stop being pussy. Cause some drama. Cause he's like, I got receipts and I can drop them anytime. But I'm over here like, do it. Do it, little nigga, do it. Yeah, that's crazy.
It has been soul-crushing watching the very same people who committed the above do press and podcast interviews, screening Q&As, Comic-Con panels, where they claim to be fans, while discussing a show that denounces the very prejudice and ignorance that they peddle. Honestly, this means you have actually already seen their faces and may already know their names. And should X-Men 97 win an Emmy?
Wait. He said Comic-Con panels? Hold on, rewind that. He snitched. Like he didn't just have to say nothing. He snitched on people. Hold
You'll
on.
see this in ignorance, while discussing a show that denounces the very prejudice and ignorance that they peddle. Honestly, this means that you screening Q&As, committed the above, do press and podcast interviews, screening Q&As, Comic-Con panels, where they claim to...
So whoever's done Q&As, press runs, Comic-Con panels, whoever has done that for X-Men 97, he's snitching on them niggas. He's throwing them under the bus. Let's get it.
to be fans, while discussing a show that denounces the very prejudice and ignorance that they peddle. Honestly, this means you have actually already seen their faces and may already know their names. And should X-Men 97 win an Emmy, you'll see them again as some of the faces that take that stage to accept an award for a show about intolerance and identity are the very same people who disrespected mine and routinely wrote me off as a DEI hire.
Oh, let's get it. Let's get them. Let's get them. So if X-Men 97 wins an Emmy and they collect it, the people who collect that Emmy for X-Men 97, if they get the Emmy and the people who collect it, them are the niggas who come up for the Emmy who are racist, bigoted assholes, disrespectful, called him a DEI hire ass person. So they're the bigots. They're the bitches. Those are the people that don't love the comics, that are bitch ass motherfuckers, that put this man through some shit. The people who collect that Emmy are pussy. Copy. Now I know who to look out for when that Emmy gets collected. Let's go. See? Snitching.
Tempting as it may be to just drop it all online,
It could.
that would make me no better than them. I would prefer to present this evidence to Disney and Marvel and work with them so that those responsible are able to receive what I was not.
Okay.
A full and fair investigation away from the public eye, one that is confidential and that resembles some form of just ethical due process. Disney, Marvel, my team and I have already started your investigation. I have the receipts and the eyewitnesses, so long as you stop coercing them to lie. You can keep attacking me with lies and misinformation.
Lies and slander.
And we can become the ugliest, most annoying version of that back and forth tennis ball me. Or you can start acting like a studio that is worthy of a show like X-Men 90s.
I don't think so.
This is me, basically trying to do the right thing. And this is Marvel's chance to do the same. And just like with the past 4 years, I'm still willing, I'm still here, trying to help you seize the opportunity to do better.
But what if that's the thing though. Your version of better might not be their version of better. Catch it, chat. Catch it real quick. His version of better is not Marvel's version of better. And Marvel look at it as like, hey, these weren't problems until you escalated them. And these were just minor. Until you made it more into a problem. Now they have to go and deal with the problem. But for his point of view and what he's got, it's bigger than that. And that's a fact. But now what if Marvel doesn't want to change that? Talking to bitches.
Now, while my legal team and I work to hold those accountable, and we will, I will be using this page to basically give fans and audiences what they have been asking me for months, which is behind-the-scenes content on how we created X-Men 97, as well as being able to just talk about other shows I've been on, other experiences, talk about writing as a craft, and all things nerdy, gay, and black.
Okay.
This is also going to give me a great opportunity to highlight individuals on the show, unsung heroes, in my opinion, who have been also erased from press events due to studio politics or just generally because they support me. But what I'll also be doing is showing you how I baked the very trauma I was experiencing at Marvel into the show I was making for them. When Magneto talks about how they still come for you even if you play by their rule, when Storm laments how the more she used her gifts to help humans, the more they hated her.
Oh, shit. He's cooking, chat. He's cooking. This nigga is cooking. Let's go.
I did not write these lines by accident. This was me coping with being gay, black, and open about it at Marvel Studios. Now, before I end, I want to thank everybody for just showing up, for listening. I know there will be people, many people, who for various reasons will not believe a thing I've said.
Yeah, that happens.
Who think I'm just pulling the diversity cards.
Yeah, that happens.
But to those of you who do believe, and actually, now that I think about it, to those of you who don't but still took the time to watch all of this, thank you. Thank you for hearing me out. Because despite all of this, despite what I've endured and what I still yet...
I'm like, look, if this was a nothing burger, he would have let it go a long time ago. If this was a nothing burger, Marvel wouldn't have kept mentioning him. Marvel wouldn't have tried to remove him from them like that. Like, at least with Edgar Wright, he worked on the first script for Ant-Man, and they still had to give him some credit. Even though he left Ant-Man, and they had to come up with something without Edgar Wright. You gotta be honest. If Marvel wasn't trying so hard to work on removing him, he wouldn't be fighting back this much. If Marvel didn't work on trying to diminish his name and push him out and say he was controversial, he was doing extra shit, that is understandable. But at the same time, if Marvel was just like, yeah, we went our separate ways with Bo DeMayo. We love his work. We're still gonna keep the template that he designed for season 2 as well, and call it a day. You know, we appreciate him. If they weren't trying to remove him and they just kept it respectable and cordial, copy. But they didn't keep it cordial in the offices. That's what he's saying. That cordial look in the office was a cap. They was lying. They was dick sucking. They was bitches. They was backstabbers. They were two-faced. They were hoes. They were doing whatever they could. They did not like me. They were discriminatory. They didn't care the same way they didn't care on the set of Blade. Copy.
Willender, the fact that we were able to give fans and audiences something like X-Men 97, something where people just felt so seen and heard, makes all of this work.
Believe it.
Ultimately, it's my love for X-Men that is compelling me to speak the truth today. Full well knowing that it could likely end my career. One last thing that bears mentioning. Across 3 projects and in 6 years of working for Marvel, I was never once spoken to, disciplined, warned by HR. That is, until 4 days after I sent a text message to a Marvel employee saying that I no longer felt safe at the studio as a gay black man. This conversation with HR, 4 days after I sent that text, was the same conversation where I was dismissed. Thank you for listening. I'm really looking forward to the content we're going to be providing here, to discussing all things nerdy and X-Men. And so I will see you next week. Thank you.
All right. Look, I give it to Bo DeMayo. I do. I feel like he 100% knows what is going
Warned.
on. Hold on. There we go. No, I was trying to leave him like when he... Yeah. I give it to Bo DeMayo. This is his speech. This is his honesty, 100%. Before I get into the PlayStation stuff, I just want to react to something because I also feel like there's shit to react to and there's shit that's not supposed to be reacted to. So I'm reacting to some shit because why the fuck not? Did Marvel not try their damnedest to push him out? True. But when he's like, y'all worked on 6 projects before going to Marvel and I've never been called out by HR. I've never been treated a certain amount of way because they cap it. And think about it. If you had 6 projects before Marvel, if you were working on, if I had like, I've had like mad jobs. I had like 17 jobs, whatever, right? If I had mad jobs in the back and I've did a lot and only a couple people complained, but the rest of my jobs were just like, yeah, I was doing this. And he was busting his ass. He works hard, you know, he does a lot, but you know, he may not catch up to speed on certain things. That's fine. But most jobs telling you, oh, yo, we're reporting you to HR. Why? Because I said I feel unsafe somewhere. Do you know a job I worked at called I Pick Theaters? It was an unsafe fucking place in the world. A manager and supervisor may have sexually assaulted a woman. She woke up in a hotel not knowing what happened. Another manager hit on a girl and tried to sexually get with her and sued them. Another manager, Adam Seeger, got arrested for sexual assault and rape. And they kept hiring new managers each time. I Pick Theaters in Fulton Street, if anybody needs to know. Shitty fucking job, shitty fucking place. But it goes to tell that a lot of the management, a lot of people that work there, and the guy that tried to make it something, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Because it's not a place of integrity. Before they were like, we're family, and they lied, right? Because other jobs say, oh, we're family. No, you're a job. I come here to get paid. My real family don't treat me like shit. Don't fuck with my hours and know how to keep it consistent. I believe Bo DeMayo right. Now, if he just talking shit, copy. He just talking shit. But if Marvel didn't try so hard to push him out, he wouldn't be going this hard. That's a fact. So let's get it. All right. Shout out to Bo DeMayo, his YouTube channel, if anybody want to check it out. There's a lot of people in the comment section. Check it out. Check it out. All right. We have 26 minutes. God damn. Come on. 5 o'clock can't get here any quicker. All right. We're going to try to watch some other video because it just looks like a nigga can't do anything right now. Because the fuck? Oh, Twitter. Oh, we gotta open Twitter. Ooh, we gotta open Twitter. Bookmarks. So some of y'all need to see this. So Marvel Rivals just dropped this, boy. They just dropped this, boy. I love a love story for the ages. Sue Storm, will you marry me? Of course, darling, for now and forever. A romance unfolds in Marvel Rivals with the life fantastic costume for Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, inspired by Fantastic Four, The Wedding Special 2005, The Engagement, do and build the power of love. Yo, hold on. I gotta see this comic. What? Hold on for a second. Let's get the comic. Just go to image. Oh, okay. Well, no, that's not it. There we go. We're talking about this. That's beautiful. Oh, you got Ben Grimm. Aw. Yeah. I don't know if that's the one. Let me see. I hope that's not it, because that'd be crazy. I was trying to see if it was in here at least, but I guess it's new. But they talk about the comic, which I look at the comic. Okay. But then there's like other versions. And it's kind of weird. But I think this is the first comic they're talking about, which is the wedding special. Okay. I like this. Let's check this out real quick. This is cute. Hey. Aww. Hey. That's banging. She got a wedding dress?
Psionic burst! Disappear!
And they got a new freaking 4 logo? Oh, she gets flowers? The bouquet? Okay.
That almost hurt.
That is so cute, I can't lie.
Fantastic! Ha!
I love the wedding music. Go ahead, read with your bad self. All right. I like how they did this. And they got them cutting the cake. Oh my God, that is beautiful for Valentine's Day. That is adorable. Shout out to Marvel Rivals with that shit. That's good. Okay. How many minutes we got left? 21 minutes. God damn. This should need to go quicker. All right. Oh yeah, the Red Hulk joint. 5 hours ago. Let's watch this real quick. If I watch some
I can't wait for tonight. The kids are coming? Great. No, Uncle Todd is out.
What it do, Direct
I like
Nation?
this guy's
It's been
content.
a busy week for Marvel Rivals, and the news isn't stopping. The devs dropped a big update based on community feedback, and we just got our first look at the reveal trailer for the Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman Valentine's Day skins, plus some important info about the Captain America Brave New World bundle and the mystery skin it comes with. I'll quickly break down everything you need to know. First, Hulk smash that like button to share the good news, and let's
He's a
get
good
it.
content
So
creator.
previously, I covered the official reveal of Marvel Rivals Season 1.5. Every season going forward will be broken up into 2 parts, with at least 1 new hero added to each. This is a fairly massive season, so we're getting a total of 4 characters. Next week on February 21st will be the launch of the final part of Season 1, bringing with it a new map, as well as finally allowing us to play as Human Torch and the Thing. But there were also big changes announced for the competitive game mode, with the plan going forward to make everyone lose 6 ranks instead of 7 at the start of a new season. However, the devs also announced players would lose an additional 4 ranks at the start of the second half of each season, meaning players would be dropping 10 ranks total per season. Unsurprisingly, this was a very unpopular announcement, but to the credit of these devs, when they say they listen to the community, they actually mean it. Less than 24 hours after announcing those changes to ranked, the devs dropped a brand new blog post confirming there will no longer be a rank reset in the middle of the season. Instead, they will introduce a new rank reward skin for gold and new crests of honor for those grandmaster or above. All you need to do to earn these new second half rewards is to be in the correct division and play at least 10 competitive games. So if you're Platinum 1 on February 21st, you'll get the Sue Storm Blood Shield costume for the first half of Season 1. And then you'll just have to play 10 competitive games to earn the new skin, since you're already above the Gold 3 requirement. Big win there for the devs, recognizing when to pivot away from something the community largely rejects. Marvel Rivals also dropped a big update about the crossover with the upcoming movie Captain America Brave New World. Previously, the Regal Theater chain revealed they were offering those who are part of their membership program this special Captain America 4 Marvel Rivals bundle if they buy a ticket to see
I heard
the
it
film.
wasn't true,
The bundle
though.
includes a special nameplate, spray, and a mystery skin. Unfortunately, Regal is not available everywhere, so some were worried they wouldn't be able to get their hands on the bundle. Well, you have nothing to worry about, as Marvel Rivals confirmed all players will be able to access the Brave New World bundle via the game's store starting February 13th at 9 p.m. Eastern. The bundle costs 600 units and comes with the nameplate, mystery skin, and spray. What exactly is the mystery skin? Well, despite speculation, this will not be a Red Hulk or Sam Wilson skin. It won't even be new. Marvel Rivals confirmed the mystery skin is already in the game right now, so when buying the bundle, you will only get the spray and the nameplate if you already happen to own the skin. Regal has marketing rights, so Rivals couldn't reveal which skin is part of the bundle. But overall, good news for those who were afraid of missing out. So even if you choose to see Brave New World this Valentine's Day at an AMC, you can still get the bundle. Speaking of Valentines, Rivals is also getting in on the action by celebrating one of the most iconic couples in all of comics. This week is the 60th wedding anniversary for Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman. So Rivals is letting all of you live vicariously through their everlasting love with this special The Life Fantastic bundle. This will be a legendary tier bundle that comes with new skins for Sue and Reed, dressed as a bride and groom, as well as
Mr. Fantastic in the original comic couldn't even put on his fucking suit. This nigga kept it to his suit, and she was wearing the wedding dress. That's how dedicated to his job.
MVP animations. Rivals dropped the full trailer, giving us our first look at gameplay and all their new animations.
I seen that.
You can grab the bundle for 2,800 units, and there is a special bonus surprise if Reed and Sue pair up in game. I'm sure Namor is punching air right now. The Rivals Valentine's Day special isn't the only big thing happening this week. Later today, Sony is hosting its first State of Play for 2025. It's going to be a can't miss event
I can't wait, bro. I'm in this State of Play, bro. How many minutes we got? 16. Okay, so we can go to maybe I didn't watch the Thunderbolts. Let me go check that out. Thunderbolts trailer. I didn't see the second trailer 2 days ago. All right, so the Thunderbolts trailer. I didn't watch the Thunderbolts trailer. All rights go to Marvel Studios and Marvel Products. Let's get it.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming. Who will keep the American people safe?
There's some big threat out there, and you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait, us?
Yeah, you. Why, you got someplace to be?
I love that guy.
So none of us comply?
No.
So what, do we all just punch and shoot?
Yes.
I can't think of a worse group of people trying to work together.
Everyone here has done bad things. You can't escape the past. Hey, it's like your mind is somewhere else.
So you can do something about it now, or live with it forever.
This could get messy.
No shit. You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't even save yourself.
Silver Century, I'm guessing.
We can't do this. No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Okay, that was really...
Listen, when I look at it, Silver Sentry is a hard-ass character to beat, but the Silver Sentry has two sides. That's why the Silver Sentry can't come out. He has, yes, the heroic Silver Sentry side, but he also has a dark, evil side. The dark, evil side of the Silver Sentry is like a flip. The only way to stop the Silver Sentry is you have to have the Sentry forget who he is, which is true. Hold on, guys. All right. But, ow, the music, Marvel.
really good.
We are Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
God, thank you.
Is a weird name. That's why he says Thunderbolts asterisk. This May. Oh, Avengers Tower. No longer Avengers Tower. Crazy. I'm just gonna like lower the volume for a second. Let me see.
This has makings of team.
Oh God. Oh shit. What is this, Inferno Room? What the fuck?
That can raise to glory.
Bucky,
Bring
John Walker,
light from
Red Guardian,
the darkness.
Ghost. She's not the Ghost, but okay. Taskmaster. That's not Taskmaster. He's from the Bronx.
This team can be the heroes on the Wheaties box.
On the Wheaties box is a crazy sentence. Someone slap this nigga.
With a little idiot toy.
Alexei, have you slept?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else should be driving.
All right, yeah. How many minutes we got left? 11 minutes. All right, let's go to like a. Tell me it was like an episode breakdown or something because I can't with Thunderbolts. Oh God, these guys, yes. All right, Nerd Rockstar. How many minutes is this video? Nerd Riot. 25 minutes. I'm only gonna get through half of this. Let's go.
Back to New Rockstars, I'm Eric Boss, and this is a frame-by-frame breakdown of the new trailer for Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts. Avengers Tower is officially being reconstructed into Sentry's Watchtower, while the Void entity threatens to swallow all of this New York into maybe whatever Dr. Doom's cooking up for Avengers Doomsday.
There it is.
Let's break
I love how he said it. Sentry and the Void entity. So the Void entity is basically the evil villain that Sentry has to fight. But if Sentry forgets who he is, the Void entity disappears.
On this trailer, shot by shot, detail by detail, for all the cool Easter eggs and just awesome examples of attention to detail that you might have missed, and for every reason why this movie's going to rock. Also, you can now join New Rockstars as a channel member by hitting that join button down by subscribe. Supporting us as a member gives you access to some custom emotes and early access to ad-free versions of our special rewatch breakdowns, like our current Daredevil rewatch series. All right, let's get started.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming. Who will keep
the
American people safe?
So we open on this shot of Manhattan. Already two things jump out about the geography of this particular shot based on the position of the Empire State Building on the right side of the frame and the super tall condo high rises that were actually built in New York in the past decade facing Central Park. We are looking at Manhattan from the vantage point of New Jersey, specifically Jersey City, the home of Kamala Khan, the view of the city that we saw from that shot of her sitting on that lamppost. But also we are looking specifically at the part of Manhattan to the west of Midtown that's best known as Hell's Kitchen. So this film will release in May, right as the first season of Daredevil Born Again comes to an end. So we should note that this is a New York City ruled over by Mayor Wilson Fisk, occupied by the devil of Hell's Kitchen, who's probably gonna have some opinion on what the hell is happening to New York City right now. Also, in this upcoming Daredevil season, Kamala Khan's father, Yusuf Khan, is going to appear. So whatever happens to New York City in this Thunderbolts movie, for example, Midtown of the city being swallowed by the Void entity, that is happening equally to Matt Murdock and Kamala Khan and all of their friends. Also, directly in the center of this shot is where I'm pretty certain Avengers Tower would be located based on its real life location in the spot of the MetLife building. And you can see part of what I think is that tower, but we see some additional construction scaffolding in the shot, and we'll see more of it later. But I think Val's organization, OXE, is reconstructing Avengers Tower into Sentry's Watchtower. We got confirmation of OXE and the Watchtower from a high-def close-up of blueprints that we saw in a previous trailer. In the comics, the Watchtower is Sentry's home base, a towering structure with black fins run by an AI called Clock that monitors world's communications. And because reality has been warped to forget Sentry, Bob Reynolds, even exists, no one perceives the Watchtower. And Avengers Tower just gets built upon the same site. But instead of the reality warping aspect in the comics, we may be getting like a reversal of that, in which Avengers Tower is built first, and then Val, using her resources from the American taxpayer, takes over Avengers Tower via like eminent domain or something, and then rebuilds it into the Watchtower to allow her super soldier of Sentry to now either lead a new Avengers lineup or make any other Avengers completely unnecessary. But let's back up even further. Bob Reynolds, who's played by Louis Pullman in this movie, was a Marvel hero that was introduced in the early aughts, and kind of this like meta story element that implied that he was actually part of the Marvel heroes lineup since the early days, but had just been kind of like erased from memory. But his backstory is that he was actually part of the super soldier program, part of that same history to create another Captain America, but he ends up being given a dosage of a different mixture of the super soldier serum that's supposedly like 1,000 times more potent than the version given to Steve Rogers, and that turns him into Sentry, a Superman style hero or anti-hero depending on how you look at him, with a very shaky grip on reality, known for some savage kills of various Marvel characters, and one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel power hierarchy. Now, since Captain America Brave New World this week will touch on the history of the super soldier program in America with Isaiah Bradley, the Black Captain America, and that program's connections to the various Hulk experiments, it is possible that we get at least a wink to the Sentry experiments in Brave New World, or at the very least a cameo from Congressman Bucky. Now, Val, aka Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, returns in this movie after appearances in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Black Widow, and in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. She is now the director of the CIA in the MCU. Here she testifies before a congressional panel that includes, hey, Wendell Pierce! He's also going to be playing Perry White in DC Studios' Superman this summer. Val says that the Avengers are not coming back and asks who will keep the American people safe. Now, we know from Captain America Brave New World that President Thaddeus Ross wants Sam Wilson to rebuild the Avengers, and I suppose that process will not be complete by the end of that movie. We know Captain America Brave New World will be set in the MCU timeline year of 2026. Thunderbolts will be set in the MCU timeline year of 2027. Now, the reason Val is saying this about the Avengers is that from the public view within the MCU, the Avengers have been disbanded since the Sokovia Accords were enacted during Captain America's Civil War, and the Avengers coming back together during Infinity War and Endgame happened really outside of any official legal authority. We learned in She-Hulk that the Sokovia Accords were repealed, but the average folks of the MCU just really know that Tony Stark is dead, Steve Rogers is gone, Thor is off-world, Natasha Romanoff is dead, Clint Barton is retired, T'Challa is dead, Doctor Strange was last seen with 3 eyes, leaving through a random rift in reality, Peter Parker, who the hell is that? And maybe there have been rumors of Bruce Banner stuff in group chats with that one random Avenger who came back to Earth during the events of Endgame. Yeah, a lot of people in the MCU probably don't know who Carol Danvers is, which makes it kind of hilarious that Kamala Khan worships her so much in Ms. Marvel. But really, everything else about the Avengers just comes from Scott Lang's book, Look Out for the Little Guy. So Val's plan in this movie could be to assemble a new team of Avengers, or to use Super Soldier Bob Reynolds' Sentry to replace the need for Avengers. Like the plot in Captain America Brave New World seems to be the leader's plan to weaponize Red Hulk as a controllable super soldier. Val's plan could be a response to that, to use Sentry as a controllable superpower and their own kind of like walking deployable nuke. So the question
all I'm hearing is controllable fucking entities like Red Hulk and Silver Sentry. Oh, we're coming down to the line, folks. We're coming down to the line. Alright, a little more of this video. We're done here.
she using the Thunderbolts to extract him so that she can use him and manipulate him? Or is she sending the Thunderbolts there on a suicide mission to kill off the closest things that Earth has to Avengers so that Sentry would have no competition? Kind of like, you know, what Syndrome does in The Incredibles. Now, during this testimony, Val wears all white, which could be a bit of wardrobe symbolism that we've seen used by female American politicians to show feminist solidarity and reference the color of the suffragette movement. But with Val, it's probably also a way for her to look morally pure when in reality, she's anything but. Bucky watches Val's testimony and he wears a member of Congress pin. Yes, James Buchanan Barnes is an elected member of the United States House of Representatives in this movie.
3 of your ex-boyfriends died. Sure, a few of my exes are dead.
And I feel like I have to say this in every video. According to the United States Constitution, members of the House of Representatives are never appointed to that position. The seat stays vacant if there's ever a vacancy, and then a special election is held, which means that Bucky had to run for this seat, either in an uncontested primary, but he had to like fill out paperwork and get people to vote for him. And he pulled this off despite being known as an infamous international assassin and a fugitive. But as I've said, that was probably a plus in most of the congressional districts in this country. During Val's testimony, we see a darkness spreading over New York City, and a figure who seems to be Sentry from behind, zapping fleeing New Yorkers into shadow streaks. Yikes! But also, yes! As they flee, their bodies are sucked forward into the ground in front of them in the form of a shadow, and that shadow spreads so that each of these victims are parts of the overall spread. This might be one of the most unsettling ways innocent people have been killed in the MCU. I find it even more disturbing than the dusting effect of the snap. This would be so frightening to see that happen to someone next to you. So what is this? Well, Bob Reynolds' Sentry has a relationship with a malevolent entity known as the Void, which is like a mysterious cosmic force represented as a kind of living darkness that co-inhabits Bob's mind as kind of dark passenger. So what we could be seeing is the Void overtaking Sentry's body and then using his powers to wreak havoc on the city. The attacks on these people remind me of the way the Martian tripods kind of bamf all those New Jersey folks in Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. Also, the shadow left behind might remind you of the shadows left behind from victims of atomic blasts, which is very grim, I know. Now, we did see a similar usage of shadow by Gore, the God Butcher in Thor: Love and Thunder, where Gore
Trash! That wasn't Gore. That was a bitch-ass fucking version of a character. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. 4 minutes, 4 minutes. Come on, Nintendo. I mean, Sony. I don't know why I said Nintendo.
In and out of the shadow realm, and at one point we did enter a monochromatic world of shadow. I don't think Sentry's Void is using the same kind of thing though. While this is almost certainly Void Sentry killing these people, we might also be looking at as a kind of erasure or a purge, or maybe even a banishment to another realm, maybe even the Void. The Void in the Loki series in Deadpool and Wolverine was, at least until now, not the same thing as Sentry's Void entity. The TVA Void is a multiversal dumping ground for erased timelines, and they chose that name specifically for the MCU series without really intending it to connect to the Void as it was known in the Sentry comics. But who knows, this movie might establish that Bob Reynolds' Sentry is so powerful that his Void entity rattles the very border of reality, and this Void is trying to draw people and things into a kind of reality abyss, which could lead to that same old Void dumping ground used by the TVA and seen in Deadpool and Wolverine. There have just been a lot of rumors that we're going to revisit the Void as we move forward into Avengers Doomsday, and Avengers Secret Wars that Robert Downey Jr.'s
Because that void, I do believe 100% is an actual, is where the Collector and Secret Wars does begin. Is it starting? 2 more minutes, all right.
Dr. Doom could stitch together pieces of broken realities that end up down in the void to create Battleworld. So this Thunderbolts film could show us how parts of the 616 MCU get erased from this reality to join the broken parts of the New York from the Galactus-wrecked Earth and Fantastic Four First Steps, all to set up enough broken pieces of different universes in the multiverse for Dr. Doom to build Battleworld and Doomsday and Secret Wars. All right, on to the next clip.
There's some big threat out there, and you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait, us?
Yeah, you. Why, you got someplace to be?
I love that guy.
All right, here, Bucky.
All right, so now it's gonna be PlayStation time. And let's see. 1 minute, all right.
Bucky reacts to the void overtaking Manhattan from a street view, and we get this terrifying overhead shot of the shadow enveloping the city's buildings. But as the shadow spreads outward block by block, you can see how one of those towers has forked fins sticking out from the top. I think that might be how Avengers Tower will look when it becomes the Watchtower. Then in another shot, Bucky has tied up Red Guardian and Ghost, John Walker and Yelena Belova, and enlists them to help him fight some huge threat, probably talking about
Yup, and yup. It's about to be 5 o'clock. Okay, maybe a couple more minutes, I guess. Shit. Did I skip too much?
like, oh, I don't know, since that he might be
Did I skip? Fuck.
From Old Man Steve Rogers, and that is a through the middle of the earth like a skewer. The other part.
Fuck, I didn't know I skipped so much.
Tallest building in the world after Terminator 2 on his motorcycle. Shadow enveloping the city's buildings, but as the shadow spreads outward block by block, you can see how one of those towers has forked fins sticking out from the top. I think that might be how Avengers Tower will look when it becomes the Watchtower. Then in another shot, Bucky has tied up Red Guardian and Ghost, John Walker and Yelena Belova, and enlists them to help him fight some huge threat, probably talking about Val and Sentry, and I presume this would be happening after Bucky caught these other four in Alexi's red limo and flipped it, following the escape of Bob Reynolds from that desert compound. Inside this location, it kind of looks like an armory, maybe like a remote weapons cache that Bucky kept in some random location from his Winter Soldier days. It's sort of like in Terminator 2. Remember, they pull up that underground bunker that's full of heavy weapons just in the middle of the desert, waiting to be drawn upon one day. And that would fit perfectly with the move Bucky pulls in this movie to catch the crew, which looks just like the T-800 in Terminator 2 on his motorcycle. And yes,
I love how they call him the T-800 Terminator. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, what I've been waiting for. 2, 1, it's game time. Let's go, let's go. Whoa. This program content may not be submitted. All audience footage. Capcom.
I had no idea just how big the world is.
Capcom. I'm not a fan of Monster Hunter, so this is not my cup of tea. He just farted on you?
Flying feline incoming!
Watching this new Monster Hunter game trailer. PlayStation State of Play, baby.
Stand witness to how its existence unfolds.
Monster Hunter Wilds. All right. That was it. I guess that's the end of the state of that's the end, right? Spring 2025. That dragon? Mizusonis. Okay. Okay. Hey, you got some costumes. Alright, nice.
皆さんこんにちは。モンスターハンターワイルズプロデューサーの辻本です。無料タイトルアップデート第1弾の追加モンスターとして玉三つが決定いたしました。この他にもタイトルアップデート第1弾で追加されるコンテンツはまだありますが、詳細は改めてお知らせしたいと思っております。本作は発売後に数回のタイトルアップデートを予定しています。タイトルアップデート計画については追ってお知らせしますので、今後の情報にご期待ください。2月28日の発売まであと少し。皆様に楽しんでいただけることを心よりお待ちしております。本日の発表は以上となります。引き続きステートオブプレイをお楽しみください。
Okay. Sega.
Forged to unleash vengeance.
Okay.
More than a weapon, it is the soul of a shinobi.
Hey.
No obstacle can stand in their way.
Hey.
Where others would not dare. Striking with lethal precision. Each weapon a tool, each tool a part of the whole. This is the mastery of a shinobi.
Hey. This is definitely using
the legend continues.
This is a Metroidvania game. Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Okay. Sega. Alright, Sega, I see you, Sega. I see you, little youngins. Sonic Racing. Shout out to Sonic Racing. I'm not a giant Sonic Racer fan, but okay, I guess. Damn, Sonic. Sonic Racing really was like Mario Kart. We're coming for you. Yeah, alright. They got the jet packs. Bro, what are we racing against? Tom? Oh shit! Those whispers? Alright, Sonic, I see you, big dog. Sonic Racing Across Worlds. Not bad. It looks good. I don't know why it got me a little excited, but it looks good. February 21st. Damn. Hold on, wait, I wasn't ready. Who died?
Break free.
Bandai Namco Entertainment.
Come unbound from the laws that govern reality.
Okay. I guess.
To turn the gears of time once again.
Okay. Alright.
An apocalypse looms over parallel worlds as their fates begin to intertwine.
Is this Persona? I feel like this is Persona. I'm not a Persona
The
fan.
battle to alter destiny begins. Embark on a journey alongside gods, heroes, and monsters of bygone eras. The anomalies, known as Digimon.
Digimon! God damn. Digimon finally gets an update. Damn! Damn!
The story of a bond that transcends time.
Digimon story? Digimon story times... Strangers, okay. 2025. Don't got release date. Copy, say less.
大家好，我是《输入之魂》的创作者杨斌。从一名独立开发者到今天与 PlayStation 携手，这一路走来已历经10年。《输入之魂》结合了流畅爽快的战斗体验与丰富多样的世界设计，玩家将在各具风格的场景中探索，面对充满个性的敌人，同时与有趣的角色互动，逐步揭开精彩的故事。接下来，我非常激动地向大家展示全新的游戏预告，并正式确认游戏的发布日期。
These niggas is crazy, bro. Someone said L.
I keep having the same dream.
A
horrible
crazy
dream.
in chat.
Where monsters invade our world.
That's called a sign
A
of
powerful being falls from the sky. And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders, the dream ends. Is this really just a dream?
No.
My only hope lies with you.
A hero's journey. Unite lost souls.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions.
This looks pretty
together.
cool. I would play this. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'll play it. It give me a Dante, Devil May Cry vibe.
I see great power within you, a destiny waiting to be fulfilled.
What the fuck? It looks better than Forspoken. Looks better than Forspoken. Forspoken was trash.
The blade in your hand.
Hey. Alright. Alright. What are you... Alright. Alright. What is... Oh, yeah, nigga. Oh. This is giving me, Black Wukong vibes, too. I didn't finish that. Let's go.
You never wanted to be a hero. But for humanity's sake, you must.
Why does it sound like Sean Connery?
Then give me your power, Arena.
Lost Souls aside. Damn. Hey? It looks fun. I'll play it.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson. We've got several updates today from partners around the world, starting with news from the Like a Dragon series. First up, a playable demo of Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii arrives on PS5 this Friday. Players could try out 2 battle styles, including Goro Majima's new Sea Dog style, as well as engage in naval battles at the Pirates Coliseum. Sega and Mint Rocket joined forces in Ichiban's Holiday, a new crossover DLC coming to Dave the Diver. Ichiban Kasuga and other Like a Dragon characters team up to thwart a gang of troublemakers in classic beat-em-up style, all while perfecting new recipes at Bancho Sushi. Dave the Diver Ichiban's Holiday arrives this April on PS5 and PS4. The Splitgate 2 alpha begins February 27th on PS5.
Splitgate 2?
Use portals and futuristic physics to dominate the arena, and play a new 24-player mode where 3 teams compete on a massive map.
Alright. right.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
My name is Suck My
I'm
Nuts.
here to give you an exclusive first look in the future of the WWE 2K franchise.
The trash.
Introducing
the trash.
The Island. With The Island, players enter an online environment filled with WWE-themed landmarks, quests.
Side note. I'm gonna need all games to stop trying to create their own little world, right? Everybody want to be PlayStation Home after PlayStation Home stop. I'm gonna need y'all niggas to stop that shit. I don't need PlayStation Home for WWE. I don't. But somebody else does. That's fine. I just always wanted a wrestling game that was just fun, and I stopped playing wrestling. I stopped watching wrestling. Wrestling's still fun. I just stopped engaging in it. Cause it just never always felt impactful. Made slams and everything be popping, but like back then in wrestling games, they shits used to feel like they hurt. Now it feels like they're little baby touches. Like that. Come on, make the games hurt. This shit is whack. Like stop creating PlayStation Home for PlayStation Home. Like it did the same thing with Street Fighter, doing the same thing with wrestling. Stop it. That's all I'm saying.
Sup, I'm Randy from Gearbox. And I'm Randy from Gearbox. And you know why we're here? We're here for you. Are you ready? It's 2025, and every day we are getting closer to the launch of Borderlands 4. Let's go!
All right.
Wake up and I'm feeling like I wake up feeling like I'm brand new. I wake up feeling like I'm brand new. You don't wanna try me. I'm on different timing. You don't wanna try me. I'm on different timing. We have to be like don't put off the heat like we step on the beat like. Come on. Wake up and I'm feeling like I'm funk. Wake up and I'm feeling like I'm funk. Don't wanna be like us. Don't wanna be like us. Don't wanna be like us. Wake up and I'm feeling like I'm
Break fire.
Wake up and I'm feeling like a punk.
So badass, so much fun. I want more. We don't have to wait
Borderlands
long
4
now.
trailer
Borderlands
just
4 is going to
released.
break free for a special state of play this spring, focused exclusively on Borderlands 4. And we're diving deep, you guys. Join us. Borderlands 4, state of play for combat, vault hunters, action skills, exploration and discovery, everything. You're gonna see more guns than you can even count. All on PlayStation 5. But
I like to count.
Randy, do you have anything else for us? I think I do, Randy. Well, what is it? Don't hold out on me, Randy. I'll feed you, baby bird. Who wants a launch date for Borderlands 4? This Randy. Well, Borderlands 4 launches worldwide for everyone on September 23rd, 2025. We got work to do. See you
September
in spring.
23rd, 2025. Okay. It releases.
Look, I don't mean to be rude,
This is like a good game.
but I really don't do small talk. Nice to meet you too.
But I liked It Takes Two. Because it was a
So
good
you want to
game.
go through more of your crazy stories, my crazy stories? But how are
You
we
said,
supposed to
"Bitch,
get out of
mine."
here if we don't start to trust each other?
I don't need your trust.
Well, I kind of need yours.
2, 1, I took inspiration for this story from when me and my sister were younger.
Look at all of this.
It's amazing. I based the story around my dad. All I can do is write this silly story. Oh, we'll face it together. We got this.
Yeah. Follow my lead. Are you for real, Zoe? I wrote it when I was a kid. What sort of double child were you?
Hands above your head.
What now? Ah! I did not sign up for this! Brace yourself, Zoe!
Split Fiction. It looks good. From the creators, if It Takes Two, I would play Split Fiction. Oh, it's a space station ravaged with some fucking creatures. Oh, it's a ghost.
Status report. Looks like it penetrated through there. We need to inspect the hull damage first.
Doesn't look too bad.
Doesn't look too good either. What is that? You feeling all right?
My body's going one way and my mind's going another.
What is that? This ship is infected with an alien organism. It still doesn't feel real sometimes.
Never forget why you started.
Alright, this one looks interesting.
Lord have mercy.
Do you think Williams knows more about this substance than he's letting on? You can't take any chances with him.
It can manipulate its physical appearance. It's changing its cellular structure. It's replicating the human form. It's replacing us.
I know this will be difficult to hear, but if you're still out there, you deserve the truth.
Oh shit. That, I ain't gonna lie, I look pretty good. I'll play this too. You gotta deal with some fucking creatures. Alright. There's some gems in here. It's not what I want though. I'm really looking forward to that Wolverine game, but alright, I guess.
So let me explain the situation. One of our contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing, leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse. Your job is simple. Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was developing for us. It's a kind of prototype endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume and become any character. We suspect it may be malfunctioning, so just be aware of the slim but non-zero chance that you could sustain significant injuries while attempting to retrieve it, including but not limited to death or dismemberment.
What?
We fully expect the retrieval process to go
Death or
smoothly and
dismemberment.
without incident. But just in case, we suggest you get your affairs in order before arriving.
Back to work.
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
Secret of the Mimic. Okay. Interesting.
Greetings from Moonhood. We're the creators of the Midnight Walk. Cozy
I like
horror
that.
game created entirely in clay, where you will journey down a nightmarish highway riddled with terrors that want to devour you and your little lantern creature, Hawk Boy. Together with your little friend, you must outsmart these terrors and bring back fire to this mad world we've handcrafted for you. So please enjoy this short gameplay preview.
After the end of the world, the burnt one woke from a deep slumber.
Fire? I'd almost forgotten how it felt. You're the caretaker of this little firecracker? I reckon you must be headed for Moon Mountain. Am I right?
Damn.
Close your eyes to make things clear.
Damn. Nigga, what? The Midnight Walk. This is a good game. I will be buying this. Pre-order now. The Midnight Walk.
Woo! Special thanks to Klaus and Olav for that updated look at the Midnight Walk. Up next, a quirky new adventure from Konami.
I'm hoping.
In Darwin's
I'm
Paradox,
hoping
you
Wolverine
play as
2.
Darwin, a clever octopus who finds himself dumped near a highly suspicious food processing center. Use Darwin's natural camouflage and inking skills to escape the facility and save the world from aliens.
He's a baby. Oh shit! It's just a little baby.
We're excited to reveal a brand new title from Koei Tecmo Games and Omega Force. Warriors Abyss, a roguelite spin on the Warriors franchise.
This is just a hack and slash.
Descend into hell. Call on powerful allies. And experiment with tons of playstyle combinations to send the enemy hordes flying. A roguelike hell awaits when Warriors Abyss launches on PS5 and PS4 later today.
For whom are you working? I won't forgive you. Prepare yourself!
What the hell is this?
A PS2 era classic returns with Onimusha 2: Samurai's Destiny.
Onimusha.
Capcom is enhancing the original game with HD graphics and a host of quality of life features, including fine-tuned analog controls. Immerse yourself in Jubei's hard-boiled journey and fight through a world of turmoil alongside trusty allies. Onimusha 2: Samurai's Destiny comes to PS4 on May 23rd and will be available for pre-order later today.
Okay.
Looking to 2026, let's check out a new trailer for Capcom's latest entry in the series, Onimusha: Way of the Sword.
Right, okay. Capcom presents Onimusha.
強さの証明だろ。勝てばそれでいい。てめえらごときがいくら束になってこようが。やべえ。
He said not good. Okay, it's alright. I'm not an Onimusha fan. I haven't played it.
お前、なんだ?
I never played Onimusha, so I wouldn't really know about it. So, okay.
Colonel, tighten the security on this place.
This is a reboot.
He's coming here, I'm sure.
Metal Gear Solid, okay.
America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your inheritance. The Philosopher's legacy. Then they're out to kill me as well.
What's the story between you and the boss?
She was like a mother, and my master.
The Cobras will take care of him.
Do you hear me, Snake? We are the sons of the boss.
I see it! The fear!
A great and terrible fury at being alive.
A host of sorrows. And you are one of them.
Why'd you come back? There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
But I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us. I'm not finished yet!
Alright. Snake Eater? That's still got, what, Solid 4, Snake Eater? Copy. I never played Metal Gear Solid, don't care. Next. And... and more. Okay. Don't say almost done yet. Come on, PlayStation. You gotta give me something else to go with. Alright, something else.
When the
Gotta be
fury
a
of
Tom Clancy
emotions
game.
sparks the wildfire of violence, it dissolves our illusions and exposes the fragile structure of reality.
I have 1,000 questions. Why did you come back?
I stood in the home I was born in.
Oh, okay.
In that moment, I felt a connection.
Epsilon 11, sound off. Where are my men?
They're gone.
Choose your next move wisely.
Ew.
What happened here?
Madness, hatred, and lots of it.
Impossible. It's you.
We must continue. We've begun to uncover.
Hell is us, right? Nah, I'm fucking with Hell is Us. Hell is Us, I'm fucking with that. It was a good game. I'm fucking with Hell is Us. 100%. Alright, PlayStation, come on. Come on. We're already at 5:31. Oh! Lives of P.
How can it be winter all of a sudden?
I'm sorry. You want to know the year?
What a pleasure to meet a stalker worthy of the name. It's been far, far too long.
Oh, my forever friend. Help me to hold your hand and dance.
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you?
She was looking for someone.
Legendary. She stepped up only because no one else could. Too many stalkers were lost to that evil.
Ooh. Damn.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Hey.
Your survival is all that matters.
Whoa, whoa.
Nothing else comes close.
What's going on here?
I swear I will.
Damn. Not again. Lies of P over true? Huh. Pixel junk? I don't know that. Lies of P look fire, but this looks good. Whatever this is. Pixel junk. A game by... Okay. Bang on. That nigga got an AK-47 and he's in his pajamas?
Where do you think doors have eyes?
What is going on?
We don't know where our children will put their roots.
It's a war game? a dream? What is going on? This is on some crack. Dreams of another. It looks creepy as hell. I tell you what. From boy to warrior. Wish list now.
皆さんこんにちは。Qゲームスのクリエイティブディレクターのバイオンです。私の最新作ドリームオブサナザーはいかがだったでしょうか。破壊なくして想像はないというテーマのもと、ドリームオブサナザーではシューティングゲームの常識を覆す体験ができます。武器で傷つけたり破壊するのではなく、抽象化している散らばった世界を具体化して想像することができるのです。本作ではポイントクラウドというテクノロジーを採用し、プレイヤー幻想的な夢の世界へダイナミックな変化を与えることができます。今年 PS5 登場予定で、本日からウィッシュリストへの追加ができます。ありがとうございました。
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani, and I'm excited to share even more PlayStation news in today's show.
Days Gone Remastered.
Days Gone Remastered, the definitive version of Ben Studios' post-apocalyptic open-world epic, comes to PS5 with VRR support and PS5 Pro support. It also includes added content like permadeath and speedrun modes, an enhanced photo mode, new accessibility features, and Horde Assault, a survival arcade mode with increased horde sizes that will provide a fresh way to experience Days Gone. And if you purchase Days Gone on PlayStation 4, you can upgrade to a digital version of Days Gone Remastered and get all the content and features for $10. Days Gone Remastered launches on PS5 April 25th. New DLC is coming to Stellar Blade this June. The sci-fi action game is partnering with Goddess of Victory Nike on a new boss battle, collectible dolls and stickers, plus a new outfit.
You know, I haven't finished Stellar Blade. They got all that controversy, but...
Both the Nike DLC and the PC version of Stellar Blade launch this June.
Sweet, okay.
We've got some great PlayStation Plus updates today, starting with game catalog titles arriving on February 18th. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Top Spin 2K25, and launching in a game catalog, Lost Records Bloom and Rage, from the creators of Life is Strange.
Did you girls ever see anything weird around these parts?
In this episodic adventure, players will join 4 high school girls living through the defining summer of their lives. What begins as a tale of friendship will eventually blend reality, dreams, and the unknown into a dual timeline narrative. The first episode of Lost Records Bloom and Rage arrives February 18th, with the second episode arriving in April. We're also excited to confirm 2 unique indie titles that will launch into game catalog later this year. Explore a mysterious mansion in Blueprints, a genre-bending architectural adventure.
I'm not moved, but alright, I guess.
Every door is a new decision as you build out a sprawling manor with 45 shifting rooms, adding layers of strategy, puzzles, and exploration. Blueprints launches day 1 into game catalog this spring. Abiotic Factor is a 6-player survival crafting game from Playstack and Deep Field Games.
Okay.
Stranded miles beneath the surface, you and a team of scientists must craft ingenious gear and traps to outwit your enemies and make this bizarre underground complex your new home. Abiotic Factor will be available in game catalog when it launches this summer.
Okay.
Now let's get a sneak peek at games coming to the PlayStation Plus Classics catalog.
Plus, alright.
Coming soon are the first 3 Armored Core titles from the original PlayStation.
Gotcha.
Armored Core Project Phantasma, and Armored Core Master of Arena.
Alright.
Meanwhile, Patapon 3 slides its way into the Classics catalog next week.
No one knows how that world came into being. It devoured everything from the past. Only I was left. That was a fatal mistake. I can sense it. As long as it is reforged, my wish can be fulfilled.
Damn, what is that? Nah, that's
But wishes
crazy.
come at a price. To pursue one's wishes is to court one's doom.
To pursue one's wishes. Hey, okay. Punch that nigga, alright.
Real blood. This is a feast only for the king. Can't escape from your doomed fate.
Gwendolyn, this is your final warning.
Oh shit.
My quarrel lies not with you, but I will take back everything that belongs to me.
Damn.
Even if the price is my soul.
Tales of... Okay. Is it a Tales game?
The table is dead. It exists no more.
Oh god. What are we doing here?
How do you feel? Is something bothering you?
Just some noise in my core.
Deep down in the depths of Vulcan, you must retrieve the Architect's core.
They will send everything they have to stop us.
The other game and this one look pretty good too. I'm not a fan of being in the eyes of my character if I can't see them, but it works.
I remember you.
Run away.
Okay.
My memory's still a bit blurry.
Build a rocket board.
Remember this.
DS! Showtime!
I have these gaps inside my head.
Satellite gives us a 10-minute window. You made it.
That's just leftover hardware. It's been decommissioned. What the hell is happening? All I know is that Silvercorp is a piece of my story. I'll cover you. All this time you just wanted answers about the tech in your head? Are you kidding me? This thing has ruined my life.
You have no idea who you're dealing with. After what you did, we should have left you in the desert. This is not the first time we got a fatal error with your tech.
You guys make it stop! Make it stop!
Damn. This game is
I know
so
what I have
weird.
to do. This is the only way.
I would watch somebody play this game. I would watch someone play this. I would play this. It does look interesting.
Hello, I'm Leslie Benzies, director of Mind's Eye, Build a Rocket Boy's new action adventure set in the fictional city of Red Rock, where
Red
AI
Rock.
and human
Red
greed
Rock.
collide to bring Earth to the precipice of collapse. All captured on PlayStation 5 Pro.
Alright.
We're now proud to share some gameplay footage with the explosive combat and high-octane driving that you can expect on PlayStation 5 later this year.
Okay. Mind's Eye. It looks alright. Driving looks nice. Cars are nice.
It was an ambush. Do what you can. Do not lose her. Tires are out. Proceeding on foot. I'm coming to you now. The search and rescue bots. They're malfunctioning. They're attacking us.
Mind's Eye. Okay. It looks okay, like I said. I'm not sure. I may play it, may not. Okay. All right.
It always comes back to this.
Oh. I have no idea what's going on. I just saw a PlayStation logo and got excited. I have no idea what this is. Death Stranding?
This world. This moment. This choice.
Alright.
Every time the sun dies, madness reigns. Then everything begins again.
Every time the sun
death,
dies?
I always come back stronger. I know that you are here, and I will find you.
Saros? Okay. 30th anniversary. Coming back stronger. Okay, I guess. 2026. I don't care about...
Hey everyone, I'm Gregory Loudon, Creative Director at Housemarque. We are thrilled to announce that our latest game, Saros, is launching next year on PS5 and enhanced for PS5
I said
Pro.
Saros.
Saros
right.
is the ultimate evolution of the Housemarque gameplay-first experience. It's a new single-player IP that builds on Returnal's award-winning third-person action. You play Arjun Devraj, performed by the brilliant Rahul Kohli. Arjun is a powerful enforcer searching for answers on a hostile, shape-shifting planet haunted by an ominous eclipse. All of us at Housemarque can't wait to share more about Saros, with our first look at gameplay coming later this year.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Later this year? That's a lot of games, yeah. Thanks for watching. Oh my god! That's it? No Wolverine, no announcements.
PlayStation.
Ow! That hurt! Okay. But there were some games out of this that was worth the watch. We didn't get the Wolverines. We didn't get the things that people wanted. I get it. Shit. I don't know. There was some games I'd be like, I would play. But I was really hoping for Logan. But after that fucking Insomniac leak, I was just like, come on. This is why I hate Insomniac, a lot of the game companies. I think it's this pussy. Well, people's personal information was leaked. I didn't see none of that. I saw gameplay and shit. I already saw all the leaks. Before y'all start acting like a bunch of bitches, show something. And stop being a bunch of bitches. Like, oh my god. Nah, that was it. Shit, what are the comments saying? What the fuck, man? Wait, what? Already finished? Whack. No GTA 6 before PS6, I guess, is Gus. This, no, still no games, 10. I stay awake for this. That's it. I don't know what to say. No way. L, no Wolverine, no GTA 6. Dang, no more? Damn, these niggas is mad as fuck in the chat. L. Hold on, y'all gotta see this chat, bro. These motherfuckers are something else. Nigga said L, bro. Nigga said snooze. Kingdom Hearts? That was it. Bro, they played in our faces with GTA 6. Bruh. Where Bungo? Genius disappointment that's there wasn't any Death Stranding. Okay, this is why I pirate games. Bloodborne, am I right? L of lack. L. I'm getting a Mr. Beast recommendation. Dislike, no Bloodborne. Games nobody was hyped for. Yeah, I was hyped for something, but like not want to play it right now. These niggas is going hard. Man, everything for real game this same, some rings, and some weird magic style world, some shooting game that looks like a spin-off of the other game, or some indie game that's excellently niche. Oh yeah, true. LL. No. That was it. W for Digimon. W for Digimon. I didn't think Digimon would get any fucking love. W Digimon. More Borderlands. Mid as fuck. Unlike. Damn. It's over. New house merge game was a surprise. L. I think they're just saying shit right now. Yeah, the niggas was just mad. Everybody in the comment section is mad, and they still getting mad. And personally, I don't think so. I do think there was something from this state of play, but not what everybody wanted, which I get. Well, back to this breakdown. Here we go.
This is another example of a scene in this movie where Taskmaster is not with them. And I feel like Antonia Dreykov will not survive that early confrontation with Bob Reynolds. On to the next clip.
So none of us comply? So what, do we all just punch and shoot? I can't think of a worse group of people trying to work together.
Speed! John, stop! Where are you?
Okay, as we saw in the last trailer, Yelena steps off of this building, and I believe this is Merdeka 118 in Kuala Lumpur, the second tallest building in the world after the Burj Khalifa. To step off of this building and not smack into that extension that sticks out several floors below, Yelena would have had to take quite a bit of a Peter Pan kickoff, and it doesn't look like she did that, but obviously she's fine. This must be part of the same sequence where she walks away from that exploding floor of a building with a guinea pig in her arms. Then we see Bucky headbutting an armed soldier, the last hit that takes down a group along with John and Ava and Yelena and Alexei. And I'm pretty sure that this is the lobby floor level of Avengers Tower. This would be the same lobby where Loki was detained, and in Avengers Endgame, the Tesseract went sliding across the floor to his feet. This would be after Bucky and Alexei plow that moving van through the lobby glass a little later in this trailer. February is a great month for expressing your love, but Sundays with her assistant Mel.com/newrockstars or use code newrockstars. Meanwhile, Val chats with her assistant Mel, played by Geraldine Viswanathan. It looks like they're on their way to or away from the event that we've seen in the other trailer footage where lots of Battle of New York Easter eggs are on display as relics at some like fundraiser event. Then in a cloud of nerve gas, all these characters wearing gas masks, Yelena fires on John Walker's shield without realizing it's him. And you'll notice behind Yelena, that appears to be Bob Reynolds, still wearing that medical gown clothes that they find him in this same facility. Okay, as the trailer moves on, we start to hear more of Starship's Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now from 1987. It's just like one of the best songs about overcoming all odds to just stick together when it doesn't make makes sense for you to stick with someone. You might know this from the 2014 movie The Skeleton Twins, where Kristen Wiig and Bill Hader lip sync it to each other. It's just like one of my favorite scenes ever. Yelena walks up to this desert compound atop the spiral rock formation, which is where I'm pretty sure Bob Reynolds is being kept. Now, this is a pretty odd mound, and I'm wondering if the emergence that caused Tiamat to surface in the Indian Ocean could have had a Tiamat toe poking out on the other side of this definitely spherical globe of a planet that caused some new ruptures in the mounds and the terrain in the American Southwest. And you can call me crazy, but Captain America Brave New World is totally revisiting Tiamat, and in fact is establishing that Tiamat is a source of adamantium in the MCU. So if this is connected to that Tiamat body sticking through the middle of the earth like a skewer, the other part of him could be like an adamantium mining site or an adamantium fortified prison to contain Bob Reynolds. So did they hide Bob in Tiamat? Then we see a shot of Congressman Barnes firing machine guns in the Avengers Tower penthouse suite, and then more shots of the base where they find Bob, where the members of the team are fighting each other. Taskmaster fires an explosive arrow at John's shield, and that shield does a decent job protecting him from the blast. Now remember, John did take the super soldier serum, so it makes sense that his body would be able to take the hit, but now I'm really wondering what his shield is made out of. Where did he get this shield? Obviously, Captain America's shield is in the hands of Sam Wilson now, but we should note that that shield that Sam has came from Old Man Steve Rogers.
Hey there, no need to adjust your TV, or more likely your phone. You're watching a recycled commercial.
And that is a new shield that Old Man Steve got from whatever alternate universe or alternate timeline he came from. That is not the shield that he fought Thanos with in the Battle of Earth. The broken pieces of that original Captain America shield were scattered somewhere in the debris field of the Battle of Earth in Avengers Endgame. We don't know what happened to it from there, but we do know that some others were combing this debris field from Nick Fury's involvement with the Harvest, where Fury used Skrulls to recover Avenger DNA from this battle. I know. But hey, maybe also Cap's broken shield was recovered and reforged into the shield that John Walker now carries. But the original vibranium may just now have a weaker structural integrity after that reforging process. Yelena chats with this gagged guy in this lab that looks like it's part of the Kuala Lumpur mission with the guinea pig. I've theorized in the past that she could be finding some of the red vials that are connected to the Black Widow antidote, but now I'm wondering if this is part of the investigation into the super soldier serum that was used to turn Bob Reynolds into Sentry. Like maybe we're gonna see a completely yoked reality warping guinea pig as a test example. Bucky says, do something about it now or live with it forever. And I get the sense that he might be talking about some past mistakes of his own that have haunted him over the decades, like, oh, I don't know, murdering Howard Stark and Maria Stark, which was the first event that planted the seeds of the conflict that would one day split the Avengers apart. So Bucky and Alexei plow their moving van into the Avengers Tower lobby, and they look like they're having such a good time. But then we get this scary moment as Bucky's punch is caught, and the vibranium pieces of his arm shift around, recalling the way the arm looked when the Dora Milaje disabled it and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So this is being caught by Sentry, but I assume the voice that we hear might actually be the Void coming out of Sentry, and that could be why it sounds double layered on top of Lewis Pullman's voice.
You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't even save yourself.
And then Sentry yanks that vibranium arm clean off without having to do the 5-point finger popping arm socket technique that AO did, and then chucks that arm after the congressman to the other laid out thunderbolts. There's a shot of Sentry's Void form hovering over the landing pad of Avengers Tower, and from this angle you can see some of the extra scaffolding extending above to turn it into the Watchtower. You can also see a helicopter parked on the landing pad and the glass blown out from the window, so this would be after Sentry threw Red Guardians out of that window. But at first I thought this shot of Sentry might have just been front lit, and that could be why he appears cast in shadow from our point of view. But actually, no, this is how the Void looks. He's a blacked out silhouette in the shape of Sentry, and I think it looks so freaking cool. But in the shot of Red Guardian zipping out the window, this would be the closest look at Sentry's non-voided out form. You can see his long, shaggy blonde hair, his metallic bracers, and it's pretty comic accurate. And again, in that high-def close-up of all the OXC paperwork and the Watchtower blueprints, you can see how Val and OXC tested out different haircuts for how they wanted Sentry to look, and they just settled on, I suppose, Kurt Cobain. But we should ask, if Red Guardian gets thrown out of the window like this, I hope he lands on the landing pad outside. It does extend pretty far, but he gets thrown pretty hard. And if he were to overshoot that platform, if none of the Thunderbolts can fly, who would be able to catch him? Maybe that anonymous nobody named Spider-Man? Kamala Khan using some of that hard light to catch him? I don't know. I just think there's room for someone to step in and help here.
No.
As they step away from Avengers Tower on the sidewalk, you can see how John Walker's shield looks extremely bent. And I think that's more of a statement on Sentry's strength than whatever this shield is made out of. We get a close-up of Yelena as she trembles in this dark setting. I wonder if this might be Yelena after she steps into the shadow of the void. So the trailer places this downtrodden moment in the middle of the trailer, but I think this exchange among the team might be taking place at the end of the movie, unless this movie ends in a very bleak cliffhanger that spells doom for the 616 universe. John Walker reads the Fall of a Hero article. I broke down the text of that in our last Thunderbolts trailer breakdown, and this is classic Google yourself doom scrolling. That is never a good idea, especially when your child is screaming for that milk bottle. We also hear Alexi's words about being the only people in the world who can look at each other and not see their mistakes because they too have made those mistakes. Ends up working on Yelena. Alexi pitches that they can be named the Thunderbolts, and Bucky says that they can't call themselves that, maybe because as a congressman or just really any American, the recent Red Hulk president, Thaddeus Ross, had the moniker of Thunderbolt. So however Captain America Brave New World ends, I assume it will be in disgrace for President Ross. All right, in this section, we see our widest shot of what's going on with Avengers Tower and how two long crane arms are helping construct additional pieces of the tower on both sides to completely change the silhouette of the building in the New York skyline. And that feels like a completely unnecessary and pointed insult to the Avengers and to Tony Stark's memory. Also, you'll notice those central windows on the original Avengers Tower structure were once blue, now they're yellow, making this whole thing black and yellow, or Sentry colors.
Yeah.
But now I'm wondering what parts of Tony Stark's original infrastructure in that building would Val and OXC need to keep in place to build it this way? Is there still like a Stark arc reactor technology that keeps the building hardwired with renewable energy? Is this the type of energy that irradiates and powers up Sentry into the void form he takes? Could it be connected to any residual radiation from when this same building had opened a space stone portal in the sky above New York in the 2012 Avengers film? Then we see the group running through the storage room that Yelena has walked through in the other trailer footage as an explosion now tears through it. Ghost holds the blast door open while Yelena, John Walker, and Bob leap through it. Then we get these great solo character cards. These actually remind me of the closing credits to the Predator movie. You know, remember when movies used to do that? And I kind of feel like that era of action movie is what Thunderbolts seems to be going for now, tonally. Okay, Sentry's void form causes a helicopter to crash, and that helicopter hits the crane, suspending some of the scaffolding. So that might end up with some huge pieces of this new watchtower construction coming tumbling down. We come back to that awesome Terminator shot of Bucky firing the undercarriage grenade disc. This was the same weapon he used on Nick Fury's SUV and Captain America the Winter Soldier. Then John, Alexi, Ava, and Yelena hold up a piece of tipping rubble. I'm wondering who's being threatened here. Is there like a family trapped in a car from our vantage point that we aren't seeing in the shot? Either way, I love seeing them work together. Then Red Guardian tells the others while driving his red limo that he dreams of them all being on the Wheaties box with the little kiddie toy. This comes from Alexi envying the positive spin and fame that Captain America got on American products as a national hero, but he never got that when he was in Russia. Marvel Studios did release an official poster depicting the whole group on a Wheaties box, even Bob. And on the side, you can see now with more Bucky. I love the action here. Bucky using his vibranium arm to deflect this rolling news van from these two elderly people. So cool. Then perhaps the most interesting shot of the trailer, Yelena steps into the void shadow. Now, this is followed by a shot of the others, making it look like they are following her. But if you look closely at that shot, behind that group, you can see Florence Pugh's hair. So I think that is like a group march from a different moment of the movie. So what's gonna happen when Yelena steps into that shadow? Where will this void take her? Well, there's a chance that this all just cleans up nicely. Like maybe Yelena enters the shadow as a way to communicate with the entity and with Bob Reynolds to like emotionally heal them and then lift the veil off the city. And the Thunderbolts will rebrand themselves as an Avenger team and the 616 MCU will live on to fight another day. A new official synopsis was released stating, after finding themselves ensnared in a death trap set by Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, these disillusioned cast-offs must embark on a dangerous mission that will force them to confront the darkest corners of their pasts. So the death trap, I believe, was to put these B-side Avengers in front of Sentry to be killed, and worked on Taskmaster. But now I wonder if this movie might be making The Void more of a psychological storm in which Yelena Belova mentally revisits her dark past as an assassin from the Red Room. Personally, I hope that's not the case. I hope this team of Avengers sacrifice themselves and fall through an incursion rift in reality to wherever the Fantastic Four end up after Galactus destroys their Earth. Call it the Void, call it some other space.
I don't think so.
But let's be honest, are we going to see this Avengers lineup fight in any other battle?
Because what I think is these are downtrodden as failures. And the Void is basically a failure that was supposed to be killed. Like Bob was supposed to be killed as a failure because of the Void. And in reality, I think Elena's going to try to connect to Bob. Like, look, you can still be a hero. The Void is just a dark part of yourself that you got to accept. And the rest of them have accepted the dark part of themselves. John killed somebody. Elena's an assassin. Taskmaster is a killer. Ghost was a vigilante thief. Red Guardian never got the praise as like the Captain America. And Bucky was a murderer, now a senator. You got to think about it. This is a redemption arc, almost like a Suicide Squad, right? It's redemption for these characters and their failures as heroes to now helping somebody's not failing and trying to literally be a hero.
Before everyone meets each other in Avengers Doomsday? No. My big dream theory that I pitched in our Fantastic Four First Steps trailer breakdown is that Marvel Studios could use the Statue of Liberty as a physical anchor point to link all the universes in this toggling multiverse, since the Statue of Liberty has been a recurring landmark in several Marvel movies and a symbol to all as a pathway to freedom or to a new world. We saw it in X-Men 2000. We saw it in Spider-Man No Way Home, in Fantastic Four First Steps now. Let's not forget Venom: The Last Dance. And in Avengers Endgame, it was where a bunch of boats had washed up to. So whatever the physical status the Statue of Liberty is in could tell the Marvel heroes what Marvel apocalypse they are currently in the ruins of as they navigate the Void as Dr. Doom is turning it into Battleworld.
Introducing Remarkable Paper Pro, the ultimate paper.
In this case, there could be a version of the Statue of Liberty, which would be a bronze-colored one draped in shadow. Just a theory. I think it could be really cool though. And one final detail, you may have noticed how the Thunderbolts title card has changed its typeface since past trailers. A much thicker, bold typeface, resulting in the asterisk now having 5 points instead of 6 in the past version. Now, Marvel Studios did release another new international poster with the 6-pointed asterisk in each character and each point, and that does include Taskmaster in one of them, and in Yelena's point, you can see Bob poking in and waving sheepishly. And at the bottom of this poster, they include an asterisk clarification. The Avengers are not available. God bless international markets for having no time for any of Marvel Studios marketing bullshit with this asterisk. And this further suggests that the Thunderbolts is indeed a placeholder team name that will be changed to Avengers or Dark Avengers by the end of the movie. But why the 5-pointed star now? Could this be further proof that there's no room for Taskmaster in this final team lineup? So this week on New Rockstars will be our coverage of Captain America Brave New World. We're gonna have an explanation of the ending and the post-credit scene coming Thursday evening, and an in-depth Easter egg breakdown coming on Friday. And on that same day, over on our Break Room channel, will be our live stream Q&A, honest review of the film. We're not gonna pull any punches. And
shout out to New Rockstars. Like I said, I do think it's more of the characters and themselves kind of redemption, because that's just how it is for those characters. I think they're trying to redeem themselves 100% on who they are as characters. No Wolverine from this state of play, just kind of shit. And personally, let's go. Jamari dropped a video real quick, chat. Let's watch this. I gotta do some housewarming stuff.
So
Let's
Kanye West has always been what I would call a polarizing figure, meaning some people hate him and other people love him. And depending on the exact area you're talking about,
you fear him.
You can have drastically different people on either side. But recently Kanye has been saying and doing things so crazy that even his biggest stans have denounced him, burned their merchandise, and even had to admit that they can no longer hang their hat on the fact that he once made legendary music. It's no secret that
I don't really care if a nigga made Graduation, right? XXX was a beat his girlfriend, then had a kid, and honestly, you know, he still made good music. And I think he was trying to make better and do better and not be a child. But in reality, he was gunned down before he could do better. You got to think about that, right? Kanye is a grown-ass man and can still do better, but never takes the chance to do better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're at a certain age where you could get with your health and your mental, but you just don't.
Kanye has always been a wild card.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
But that was
He
also
said,
one of the main
"Oh, shit,
reasons
okay."
he was so loved by so many people. His I don't give a damn attitude was refreshing to see from a celebrity, and for him, attention was so obviously a drug that he desired his entire life.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Now, there are many people who believe that Kanye's mother Donda was the one who would keep him in line.
Got a lot of confidence. Come off a little arrogant, even though you're humble and everything. But it'd be important to remember that the giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing.
But at this point, she has been gone for almost 20 years. May she rest in peace. And we've seen all kinds of versions of this man since then. But in the last couple of years in particular, he's gone from like, oh, that's my boy, even though he says some out-of-pocket conspiracy shit from time to time, to being completely indefensible. We all know that Kanye likes to take to Twitter to get his rants off, and so he went on there and straight up started saying that he loves Hitler. He says that Adolf was dripped out. He straight up called himself a Nazi, and continued his very public disdain for Jewish people.
I'm telling you, this nigga was going through it. My one problem about Kanye is, nigga, why are you going through all that? Like, nigga, yay. Why you doing all this, bro? Like, the fuck wrong with you, G? Get this shit together, B.
We know I can't say that.
After being a loyal Verizon customer for over 20 years, I was satisfied with their service, but the price...
It was a Jewish doctor.
He also took time to show his admiration for P. Diddy
Wait a
of all
minute. It was
public disdain for Jewish people.
We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
He also took time to show his admiration for P. Diddy of all people, and he would even beg Trump to pardon the fucking creep, and also say that he is a great father to his kids, alluding to the idea that he wishes Sean Combs was his father. And Kanye would even release a hoodie to commemorate the video where P. Diddy whoops Cassie's ass in the hallway of that hotel.
Yeah,
that looks
see,
just like...
That's crazy, because that was bad, bro. And that's what everybody said. That's what niggas caught on camera. What was Diddy doing behind the scenes, bro? Right? And it's pretty fucked up. Then this nigga came out with a hoodie, and that hoodie is crazy, bro.
Like the one she was wearing that day, literally profiting off of a traumatic, horrible situation in the process. Like, this is a man who has 2 daughters, saying that this sick sack of shit, who abused countless women and men in every way possible, should not only be liberated, but celebrated. I mean, just a couple of years ago, he was saying that Puff was a Fed.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas.
Yeah, Puff Daddy, I believe, is a Fed.
Fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal, you fucking Fed. Because part of the
Fucking
deal for you to
Fed.
be able to do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me.
So it's like you never really know what might slip out of Kanye's mouth. Oh yeah, he also took time to defend R. Kelly, saying that his beyond creepy marriage to Aaliyah when he was 27 and she was 15 was totally alright. Now, in one of his final moves, he would post up a t-shirt with an anti-Jewish symbol, I'm sure you guys can guess what it is, onto his website and sell it for $20 a pop.
I
This
got
is
it on
where
my
shit
story.
really gets crazy, because he had promoted this website the same day during the Super Bowl.
On his phone, bro.
What's up, guys? I spent like all the money for the commercial on these new teeth. So
That's crazy.
once again, I had to shoot it on the iPhone. Go to Yeezy.com.
So basically, hundreds of millions of people saw an ad for a Nazi t-shirt. What Kanye did was the old bait and switch, because when the ad originally aired, the site had normal clothing on it, but after the ad aired, he made it to where this was the only item available, with the SKU being labeled HH, which many people now infer to mean hail, well, you know who. That all tells me that this was his plan the entire time. He so clearly loves playing the card where he tries to draw up controversy to promote his latest work. In this case, it seems to be an AI album that he's releasing called Bully. But the thing is, over time he's had to do and say crazier and crazier shit to garner the same amount of attention. And now this once billionaire who had the world in his hands has become the boy who cried wolf. Like, honestly, no one gives a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like, even your biggest fans are ashamed of this shit. They can no longer twist and turn the narrative enough to even try and defend it. I mean, when you got the Kanye...
Like, I get it. Like, the moment you're... Like, if your mental was really that disturbed and you really couldn't get your shit together, nigga, why you doing all this? You could step away. You got so... This is what I don't get. You got so much money, so much time and advantage. Nigga, why?
Kanye Reddit saying that Kim was right to keep the family away. That's how you know he's almost completely lost them. Like, they're burning their Kanye shit. And I just don't get why ruin your legacy to spew conspiracy theory and nonsense. This was one of the most influential people on the planet. He was becoming infinite.
You know what it is? Because he don't care about legacy. He's doing what Mike Tyson does. I don't care about legacy. I don't care about these things anymore. He's not starting to. He's like, I'm a genius.
Powerful with his clothing line and his music and his shoes, and he was getting all this influence and all this wealth, and then you just throw it all down the drain. It just makes you look like an out of control dumbass. And the funniest part to me was, while saying all this diabolical shit for days at a time on Twitter, Elon Musk had absolutely no problem. He didn't suspend the account. I would actually argue that he was boosting up these tweets because he knows more and more people will come over to Twitter to see the crash out, and he wouldn't take any action at all until Kanye straight up started posting hardcore adult videos right onto the timeline for his millions of followers to see. And that's when Kanye's account went from being limited to being deleted altogether. And thankfully Shopify also removed his store after around a day, and likely he will not receive any profits from the sale of that shirt. I mean, don't get it twisted, guys. All this shit, from the adult content to defending P. Diddy to the blatant racism, is not shit that should be spread on this scale by someone with the influence of Kanye. I'm just not surprised at all that Elon would let all this other shit slide, because he most likely agrees with a lot of it. But hey, I guess corn is where he draws the line. It's been no secret that Kanye has an addiction to adult videos. He has talked about it on national TV.
Do you feel like your attitude towards women has changed since having daughters?
Nah, I still look at Hub and...
Oh, yeah.
Black is my
At least
favorite
he's honest.
category.
There were videos that proved he was forcing Adidas executives to watch adult videos of Kim on the clock at his request.
Come on.
Take off the mask and look at your smile.
Of Kim on the videos that proved he was forcing Adidas executives to watch adult videos of Kim on the clock at his request.
Come on. Doesn't he sound like the voice sounds similar? The voice sounds similar.
Did you have a meeting with Adidas and you played?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, what's your perspective on that? I'll tell you mine.
And it's been long rumored that he has straight up corn playing on a non-stop loop while he is working on music or anything else creative, no matter who is around.
Watching Star Wars on this big screen, and as I started talking about a song, he switched on anal sex.
I mean, a decades-long addiction to love.
What the fuck?
Cannot be good for anyone, and I do think this has factored into his demise.
The fact that I was married to this beautiful person, but I felt like it wasn't enough. I felt like I still needed to look at pornography.
And it also really makes me...
Because she got, the first time you met her, you looked up the video of her being sexually fucked for millions to see. And it can still be looked at to this day. This is the problem, right? It's the fact that he's mentally thought of himself as, he's mentally saw the woman he was with, the woman he had children with, and said, that's a porn addiction. That's a porn addiction. Niggas who watch it, browse, that's a porn addiction. If you can't say to yourself, I don't gotta watch porn all the time, you're fine. This nigga put on anal sex with another nigga in the room is crazy. And the fact that you had a wife and couldn't stop watching pornography because you knew she got fucked by, like, this man is wildin', and I get it. But you gotta chill. You gots to fucking chill. Holy shit, Kanye. Like, nigga, relax.
You think that this addiction is likely the reason for his initial infatuation with Kim Kardashian. After all, the whole reason she became famous was her viral tape with Ray J, something Kanye has admitted to watching many times. I mean, you all have to understand that back when it came out, I believe that it made more money than any adult video ever. And so if Kanye saw her as like the top P-star in the world, well, of course he's gonna want that. And if you need further proof that this has always been his crutch, Kanye himself has even noted that finding his dad's Playboy magazine at age 5 permanently altered him, and has in turn led to every one of his decisions, both good or bad, much like a butterfly effect.
Like, for me, Playboy was my gateway into full-on addiction. My dad had a play.
You know what's crazy though? I feel like Kanye West is such a hyper-focused person that he doesn't know how to balance porn, sex, and stepping away from these things. He doesn't know how to do that, because just look at him. Look at him. He's so hyper-focused on what he does, he just doesn't know how to step back.
Playboy left out at age 5. And it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life from age 5.
Understand that this interview was conducted 5 years ago when Kanye was making his album Jesus is King.
New album. Jesus is King is the name of the album? Yes.
At that time, he was denouncing not only adult content, but also other prevalent themes in his music publicly, like drugs and lust.
That Playboy magazine that I found when I was 5 years old have an effect on my music. It couldn't never be 100% everything it could be, because I had to add that in, always.
I heard you say with your pastor that you felt like you were making devil's music.
Yeah, because you're such a fucking, oh, I love it. Excuse me, Christian scorecard down a little bit, cursing some more.
Saying that corn should be banned altogether. Then a couple of years later, when he and Kim would get divorced, he would rant that she was trying to turn his daughters into Playboy models, saying that they should not even be allowed to be on TikTok. And now you fast forward to the current time, and he's been parading around his mute wife for the last 2 years, while she wears literally nothing. Like a woman with a saran-wrapped naked body with 3 crackers to her name would have more clothing on than her. And Kanye himself even said that his next big move was to start the biggest adult video company on the planet.
Oh, God.
So in short, the guy is a massive hypocrite who will speak passionately about whatever he believes.
I feel like he fell back. I felt like he broke he broke into addiction. He fell back into it. He's kind of like a drug addict, except he's not doing drugs. Unless he is. He fell far from grace, and now look at him. That's Kanye West.
At that moment, even when it completely contradicts some of his previous statements.
It's not just sexual. That term actually relates to torture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like watching people beat each other up on World Star or something.
And as ironic as it sounds, I think the dude who so many consider to be one of the most influential artists of our time is actually too easily influenced. And his ideology has become so black and white that he has begun to come off as more of a shock value caricature of his previous self than anything else. Personally, I do not feel bad for this guy at all. I feel like he's actually had more chances than he really deserved because people loved his music and his personality. But now even all of that sucks. His biggest fans hate his last album Vultures 2, they hate the idea of him bringing AI into mainstream music, and overall he's pretty much completely washed up from a personality standpoint, artistically, and even logically. We talked previously last year about his alleged horrible addiction to nitrous oxide.
Ryan Garcia, this yeah, I'm on the nitrous.
And how this evil motherfucker is the one supplying him, allegedly that is. So I'm sure that also has something to do with the deterioration of his mind, but overall, I feel like this guy is really out of excuses. And just like many others out there, he's always liked to blame his downfalls on other people. It was Kim's fault for the divorce. It was the media who made him look crazy. It was the media who ruined his family. It was the media who took down his empire. Nah, it couldn't have been any of his bad decisions. It couldn't have been him constantly running his fucking mouth.
It's basically like, you know what, like we watched Bo DeMayo, and Bo DeMayo picked and pointed at everybody else, and also gave his points of view, right? Some people would say it's like, oh, so it's our fault, but look at you, right? It's the same thing with Kanye. Think about it. You point the finger at everybody else, but never point it back at yourself? Never? Like, I can understand you fucked up a little here, there, said a little dumb shit, did some dumb shit. But here's two different opposites, right? Bo DeMayo got kicked out of an industry that he was trying to be a part of as a fan and someone with some perceived history, right? Gay, muscle dude, whatever the fuck. Kanye's out here trying to do music, trying to do shit, but then says the wildest things, unimaginable, because he thinks he can't be touched, and he's untouchable. Nigga, that's not how that shit goes.
Being the biggest brand risk literally on earth. There's so many people out here who run around doing this exact same shit. And to me, that's how you end up in a situation where you are spiraling out of control and you're surrounded by either no one because you burnt all your relationships already, or all that's left around you is yes men. But either way, it's obviously not good. And the people I really feel bad for are the huge Kanye fans. I mean, Jesus. This has literally been the definition of a crash out. But I want to know what you guys think down below. I also want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. Are y'all still gonna be bumping that new Kanye? What do you guys think about AI music? Either way, y'all know it's been your boy the Tan Superman. And some other out of control rappers out here need to be covered, so I'm out.
Shout out to Jamari. Yeah, Kanye's done. I don't care. That AI bully shit is done. And with that, I probably call it a fucking day. Shout out to the chat. Kanye's over. I can't see the nigga doing nothing much but just fucking himself up and kind of like putting himself in a situation that's just going to be worse for everybody, worse for his persona, worse for his mind. And being as someone who's grown up listening a little bit to Kanye, he's fucked. He's fucked. There's nothing you can say that's like, oh, he ain't fucked. He's the man that created Graduation. I was like, that's one song. An album, and no matter what, I'm not gonna sit here and be the Nazi shit is a dub. It's a dub. I'm not listening to no more Kanye. I'm not ever gonna buy. Bro, I got Yeezys, a pair of Yeezys right here. Like, come on, bro. And I got these just because I never had a pair. Now I'm never getting nothing new of Kanye. Shit, no matter how nice it looks, I can't do it, bro. You out here talking crazy, saying shit, doing shit, and now you got your wife looking like a it's a dub. Everybody else could say differently. Oh, it's not a dub, it's still Kanye. Yeah. But fuck that nigga. Personally, fuck the nigga. Unless Kanye can come out and say, yo, I got my own personal problems, my own personal demons. I'm fucking up. I fucked up. I'm not in a good headspace. I just want to go on rants and say shit all the time. That's who I am. Apologies. He's never going to be this person to come out and say that. And regardless, even then, he'll have to, no matter if he gives away half his billion to build and do what he got to do, it's terrible. Let me know what you guys think. This is beautiful. Shouts to Twitch, YouTube. Peace, and I'm out.